I'm back.
Yeah, we live. These people could have been in the building. Miss
Mhm.
Juju, how you doing today?
Happy Halloween!
Yeah, get ready to transform.
Right, right.
Let me hit this quick drive by on this misinformation being put forth in this. I don't know, man. We just got to keep cutting our niche out, man. You know, we had Mandisa on Friday too.
Who?
Mandisa. You don't know who Mandisa
Mandinka.
is?
Mm-mm.
I'm seeing your video.
I
Yep.
don't know who that is.
Atheist, straight black atheist.
Mm.
Sister, powerful. Yeah,
Oh, that's hot.
gonna bring her on. Yeah, it's gonna be a good
Well, that's
interview.
gonna be
Yeah,
interesting.
make sure you pop up. Make sure you be there. Be there Sunday,
I'll be
not Sunday,
there.
Friday. This Friday coming up, man.
Friday, I'll be there.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Be real good. Go ahead, get this thing
Champ
started,
is
man. Get
here.
these people up in there. Go ahead. What'd you say, Juju?
No, I'm just reading the comment. The champ is here. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Taj, I see you, man. Peace. Yeah.
Mendisa Thomas. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Sabia. I'll definitely look her up.
Savior, Miss Bennett, the Black Panther. Mally, what's going on? Y'all know what it is. What did it like? Wish McCollum, yo. With the champ. I see Mr. L. Raw son. L. I don't know.
Peace, Taj.
Mhm. Huh?
I was telling Taj, peace. Hopefully, y'all got them babies some candy for Halloween. Don't be acting
They,
crazy. Get them
yeah,
babies some
rotting their
candy.
teeth out early in the game.
Nah, just one day.
One day.
Let them have it for
Okay.
today.
Yeah, let them get the one day in. They don't get that one day in there. Get that one day in there.
That one day.
hmm You say that one day is like 1,000 years is one day to the Lord.
That's
We
hard.
was arguing that on Friday, atheism. Oh man.
Yeah,
'Cause
my Christian, I guess I don't know if he a pastor, but he a young dude. He done already put up his post about evil and Satan and it's the devil's work. I just had to laugh. I said, "Boy, I know I got me some candy for them kids." Shoot, we ain't doing all that.
if the power is the power, then the holiday shouldn't matter, should it?
Shouldn't matter. It
Goodness
shouldn't matter.
gracious.
Yeah,
Goodness
just
gracious.
don't make no sense. Shout out to Sister Safa. Thank you for my popcorn, sis.
Oh
It was
yeah, oh man, y'all gotta get that popcorn. I
it
swear it's
was
good.
good.
Man, I went
I
through the
ate that.
butter.
You ate the what?
I went through the butter like it was butter, and then I'm trying not to eat the other one too
The
fast. I swear.
caramel.
Trying, yo.
Tore that caramel up like a box of Crunchy Munch, but it was
Man,
better. It was so
look,
good.
look,
Eat my
look,
look.
look,
What?
look.
He did not plead guilty. You lying, Sabio.
Who? What are you talking about?
He talking about Young Thug in the YSL trial.
Uh, yeah, he ain't pretty no thing.
Nah,
Y'all
that
know what it is, man. Y'all ain't. Where the hell is the thing? I can't find this thing, dude.
Peace, West Africa. Hey, Valicia. Gotta give you your shout out, sis.
Man, where is the daggone thing, Juju?
I'm watching it now, Juju. Oh, why he do that?
Did what? Who?
That trial's gonna get thrown out.
Was?
He said he pleading guilty. I don't know why he did that. He should have just waited.
Nigga be scared, yo. What you talking about? Fear. They don't know what it's like
Boy,
to be up there.
that trial is a disaster. If anybody gets convicted from that trial, yeah, the system sucks, bro. Yeah, the system is
it's
broken.
always in Atlanta. They always messing up trial. That's crazy. I ain't never seen
That
them like it. A straight hood
that trial was a
ghetto trial.
circus. That's far from ghetto. That is a complete circus. I mean, it's a comedy show. Nobody's taking that seriously. I'm just,
She,
I'm just,
I
it's just
obviously he
retarded.
is.
Obviously, he is. If he finna go be guilty, has he not been
Obviously.
watching what we watching? Okay, that
Man trying to come home, yo.
his lawyer sucks.
The man
Sorry.
trying to come home. So y'all see the title of the show though. Dark skin and promotion and promoting of racialization,
I
teaching
see a car
miseducation about indigenous people in
in
Egypt.
Egypt.
Because that's what they doing. They really they just teach the Egypt thing is just to get the people up in here because that's the only thing they want to seem to hear. But
Yeah,
in reality, it's just teaching misinformation about indigenous people. You feel me?
it's just crazy.
Yeah, you carry the legacy, the proud legacy of racialization, colonialism, and
Yeah.
all the baggage of it, man. It's crazy. So we want to get right into it.
Bobby Banger from the block, seen it all raw tough. Streets of Baltimore where survival's always rough. Joined the Marines fighting for a life he could save. But back in the hood, he felt like a runaway slave. Started an army, not of guns but of wisdom. I'm a rock squad, truth the anthem, we ain't just a God killer. Bobby Banger on his path for the truth. Empower the people, give them wisdom as the proof. Black power rising, knowledge shines like a light. He's fighting for the future, ready to ignite. Selling drugs on the corner just to put food on plates, but deep in his heart, he knew he had greater fates. From the traps to the lab, he fights ignorance raw, teaching evolution while shaking up the law. The real black atheist is changing the game, waking up minds, never the same. God killer Bobby Banger on his path for the truth, empower the people.
Man, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all see what it is. Dark skin. Promoting the racialization. Teaching miseducation about indigenous people, man. It's a lot of that going on around here, man. And we give the tools. All right. And that's scientific literacy. Remember, yo, your five senses are bad at doing science. What's up, Juju? How you doing, Ju? Know
Oh
what it
my
is.
God, I'm doing fabulous. Thank you. I like that intro. I never told you that.
Oh, thank
Uh-huh.
appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah. How you
Appreciate that.
doing?
Wait till the serial killer entry come. Wow.
How you doing?
I'm
Or
doing
is
good. I just get tired of the misinformation, man, and it's like we're drawn to it. I get tired of it. I actually do. Get tired of it. But it is what it is. So what I want to do, I want to start off with some signs right out the bat. Your family may have once have been a different color. This is
Mhm.
important as we look at indigenous populations today and judge them on how they should look or shouldn't look. Okay, as we look at just populations, period, in certain areas, and claiming that they need to look this way or they're not those people, that is actually misinformation. Let's get right into it.
Now, for a look at the science of skin color. Whatever your skin color, and even if you think your family has been that color for a long, long time, NPR science correspondent Robert Krowich has some news for you.
You trying to show the video?
Anthropologist Nina Jablonski, it now appears that most humans on our planet come from
You can
families
hear it,
that
right?
go back not
We can
that
hear it, can't
many
see
years.
it.
I don't want
Almost
you can't
all
see
of
it.
us were in a different place and we had a different color.
You may be as white as milk today or as black as deep chocolate, and yet your direct ancestors, and not because of intermarriage, as recently as 100 generations ago, and that's not far back,
No, it's not far. Really, it isn't far at all.
your direct ancestors could have had a very different color than you.
Our original estimates were that this occurred perhaps at a more stately pace, but now we think that that process of change may have had to occur much more quickly.
And here's why. As everybody knows, says Nina,
Humans started in Africa.
the part of Africa near the equator where it's intensely sunny with lots and lots of ultraviolet light, which was a problem because ultraviolet light not only can cause sunburn when you get too much of it.
Your connective tissues will break down and get very saggy and wrinkly, but perhaps even more importantly, the UV radiation will cause skin cancer.
And skin cancer can sometimes kill you. On the other hand, if a human is plopped down, say, in Norway, where the days can be very short and there's precious little ultraviolet light, then you discover there's a benefit to UV light.
And that is that it helps to initiate the process of producing vitamin D in the skin. Vitamin D helps us absorb calcium, and we need calcium to build a skeleton, to maintain a strong immune system, and for a host of other important functions in the body.
So, back when our earliest hominid ancestors were walking around Central Africa, in order to survive, we had to figure out a way to screen ultraviolet light so we didn't die of cancer. But when humans then start to move away from the equator, then we had to get enough UV to build bones, stay healthy.
This is where evolution absolutely is at its peak.
Because humans need skin that could adjust to changes in light, and so nature provided, says Nina.
An absolutely remarkable pigment called melanin.
Melanin is produced by genes
to balance the need to have sunscreen built in versus the need to be able to still produce some vitamin D in the skin. So it's a really cool molecule.
And how does this molecule change skin color? Well, Darwin teaches that these things begin randomly. Somebody at some point had a baby, and that baby just by chance has a little change in its DNA, which makes the baby's skin, let's say, a little lighter. So now, when that baby moves north to Europe as a grown up, her light skin is an advantage because it helps her stay stronger, gives her more vitamin D, and so, says Nina,
as they moved slowly northward, those generally that had the lighter pigmentation would have survived and reproduced preferentially.
Meaning lighter skinned people start to produce more babies than dark skinned people.
That's really the bottom line.
Producing more babies means you can survive as a group, and the further north you go, the better it is to have lighter skin.
Because by the time you get to Lapland, boy, there's precious little UV in the sunshine, and there's precious little sunshine during the whole year.
And that is why, as you approach the Arctic, you do find more and more light-skinned people.
And so this, in short, really creates the gradation of skin color that we see in modern humans today.
And
Man, I just wanted y'all to hear that little clip right there, just to get us started, man, on some science, man, from the NPR, man.
That was good.
Yeah, I cut
Okay.
that. I don't want to go the whole thing, but just
Very
try to
good.
give y'all some education on it, Juju. So, what do you think about that clip?
I mean, perfect. As Nina Jablonski, as her work is, it's good work, and yeah, that's nature. That's evolution in a nutshell. I don't know what else anybody else wants. What more do you want?
You remember the book? Let me see. Let's see. Nature knows no color, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at this real fast here. This is very, very important. Let me see. I want to show y'all this. I want to bring a whole new understanding to this. What he was saying. Look, nature knows no color line. Research
Jay
into the
Roger.
Negro ancestry and the white race. Look at that. Nature knows. See that picture right there, Joel A. Rogers, right? See. What do you think he was trying to say when he said that? What do you think, Juju?
That color can't determine who a group of people are. Like, you can't look at a skin color of a group of people and say they're this or they're that, because you can be mistaken. I think, as we know now, majority of the people around the earth are similar in shade, actually more similar than we are not. You have some some extremities on each end, but the majority of us are within kind of this gradual grouping. So yeah, all over the world. Yeah. So
Interesting, huh?
yeah, I mean, but nature is counterintuitive, right? It doesn't uphold to our social standards. So That's why we have a hard time trying to digest because we're so stuck in these social constructs, so to speak. Yeah.
And it's actually miseducating us. Hey, y'all know what I'm snacking on, right? Y'all go
Popcorn.
right
I
now,
got
server.
mine
Go
too.
right now, server. Do
That
you got the
caramel
where's
is
the link at so
bomb.
we can put that out there for the people? Look,
Sister Safa or Lisa, yeah, put that link for the
drop that
Nurses
link.
Association.
Caramel. It's good right here.
That caramel is
Mm-mm-mm.
busting, y'all.
Double good. It's double good.
That's the best snack you can have, though, is like popcorn. It's got a little
Mm-hmm.
sugar, but it's not gonna have too many
Mm-hmm.
calories and too much fat. So
Mm-mm-mm.
you can't put it down.
Banging.
But back to it.
2, 3. I eat 2, 3 of them, 2, 3 pieces and keep it moving. So yeah, nature knows no color. He was saying it. Y'all wasn't the community definitely wasn't ready for the science behind that statement.
They didn't read a book.
Yeah, you ain't read the book. It's like man, God, and civilization.
Right.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
God, and put the man first. Reason for that. Man
Right.
thinks of ideas about God and civilization. See,
Correct.
these dudes was pioneering in what they was trying to do in their approach. People act like they wasn't. So let's get into a statement here. We bringing all the sources as normal. All right, we want to get to the AAA statement, American Anthropological Association. All
Mm-hmm.
right, see what they have to say. Now, this doesn't mean that they don't use the word black and all that. It doesn't mean that. No. You're not going to be finding a scientific paper on that when you're dealing with indigenous population. That is not what's going down. And people like to mix that up, Juju. They like to mix
Right.
it up and act like it's something different. And now you don't know what black is. No, I don't know what black is. In the middle of a daggone anthropological conversation, in the middle of a talking about indigenous population, not in America, under the auspices of American standards. No, I do not know what you're talking about. And they flip it on you real quick. So now you know what black is. No, I don't. Because you don't know what a Negro is? Nah. Not at all. We have an intelligent conversation without having, and then the people that do it swear they fighting for the rights of African Americans, or swear they fighting for the rights of indigenous people. All this nonsense, yo. And then they spread the foolery. They spread the racialization. So let me put the source up. I dropped it in the chat. Let me share the screen real quick so we can get this show moving quick.
You know they're gonna be in Tampa for their convention in November.
What, the AAA?
Yeah, it says it. I don't. It doesn't say it on yours, but on mine, it says it at the top. It's,
Yeah, November
giving.
4th.
Yeah.
You need to
It's
be
telling
there.
us how they're sad about what happened in Florida. So thank you to the AAA for thinking about us Floridians, and that they will be there November. And if people want to make donations, so they can, give to those in need in Florida. I thought that was nice. Yeah, we might have to go to that.
Yeah, go ahead,
Uh,
Juju.
Yeah, so let me get back to this. So this is the AAA statement on race. The AAA is the American Anthropological Association, for those who aren't familiar. The following statement was adopted by the Executive Board of the American Anthropological Association on May 17th, 1998, acting on a draft prepared by a committee of representative American anthropologists. It does not reflect the consensus of all members of the AAA, as individuals vary in their approaches to the study of race. We believe that it represents generally the contemporary thinking and scholarly positions of a majority of anthropologists. In the United States, both scholars and the general public have been conditioned to viewing human races as natural and separate divisions within the human species based on visible physical differences. With the vast expansion of scientific knowledge in this century, however, it has become clear that human populations are not unambiguous, clearly demarcated biologically distinct groups. Evidence from the analysis of genetics indicates that most physical variations, about 94%, lies within so called racial groups. Conventional geographic racial grouping differs from one another only in about 6% of their genes.
Mm.
This means that there is greater variation within racial groups than between them.
You say that again though, Juju, because that's important.
Yeah,
See,
that's wild. So this
it's
means
counterintuitive.
is very
Go ahead.
this
Read that.
means that there is greater variation within racial groups than between them. In neighboring populations, there is much overlapping of genes and their phenotypic physical expressions.
Stop right there. In neighboring populations, if we look at the Nile Valley, we just use this as an example. Are there not neighboring populations, or am I just tripping and I lost my mind and I'm
No,
trying to
those are
scam the people?
neighboring
What is it?
populations.
Of course, am I correct?
You're correct.
Okay, you got these continents intersecting, right? We say the area of confluence. Okay,
Correct.
all right, the intersecting. Then we got southern populations. Okay, you got all right, Sudan, you got Eritrea, you got Ethiopia, you got all these things going on. Why would anybody think they just was stuck in one way? You would have to be a flaming racist to do that, to think that. You would have to become with pseudoscientific ideas. So it tells you right there. It's very simple. It's not even up for debate. Read that sentence again. Very simple and it's very concise. And only nuts would argue over that. Seriously, it's simple. Go ahead, did you read that sentence again? It says
This
what? The what?
this means that there's a greater variation within racial groupings than between them. In neighboring populations, there is much overlapping of genes and their phenotypic physical expressions. Throughout history, whenever different groups have come into contact, they have interbred. The continued sharing of genetic materials has maintained all of humankind as a single species.
Right. See that? First of all, and second of all, and third of all. Can we say it like that?
Go ahead. You right.
Human beings are 99.99 the same because they always interbreed with each other. It took a wild out of order pseudoscientific mind. Okay, that would come up with the one drop rule, and two that would actually come up with there's races and think they were scientific and split it all up and then enslave some people off of it and then name them Negroes from the Portuguese word negro and then put them at the bottom. That's called racialization. And then name themselves white and put them at the top. That's what it was. Now, it wasn't just a dive out the window immediately. It was a process, but it was full blown by the time it came to that development of those sails and those intercontinental ships. It was in full blown, and they used it as their measure of grouping people and enslaving people under the ban of science. That's why we now call it pseudoscience. Did you?
Correct.
So that's not so nobody's doing what we thinking in our mind. Oh, they go to Nubians, they go to the Egyptians, they're staring at each other across the way. They're just looking at each other. Oh, that's a Asiatic. I'm just looking at them.
Mm-mm-mm.
Nobody's doing that. They're not even doing that when they acting like they doing that. And I'm saying by the time you become they misnomered new let's say Tarsetti and Egypt and cultures in the Levant. By the time they start to separate themselves by cultural nuances and culture and different language, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Even when they was acting like they wasn't doing it, they was mixing. You get my point? When they was acting like we the Egyptian, we the best, they was still getting women from everywhere. Am I right or wrong on that?
That's correct. That is correct. Boy, them women, boy, they had a whole
That's
they
why.
had some different maternal groups.
That's why when people fighting too hard, I ain't dating this person, I ain't dating the white woman, I mean too hard with it. I'm like,
you done dipped, you done dabbled, boy. Y'all be lying.
Put that chocolate in the vanilla. You talking too much about it. It's too much at the forefront. Yeah, the most powerful force on planet Earth is sex. I want y'all to know that.
Right.
It is definitely undefeated. It's the thing that keeps the thing going right.
Make a thing go right. No.
Ah,
Yeah, it keeps life going though.
oh man. Now go ahead, finish this last paragraph. Watch this. Crazy. Look, go ahead.
Physical variations in any given trait tend to occur gradually
Mm.
rather than abruptly over geographic areas. And because physical traits are inherited independently of one another, knowing the range of one trait, knowing the range of one trait does not predict the presence of others. For example,
It
skin
says
color,
what? Knowing the what?
the
Huh?
range of one trait does not predict the presence of
So
others.
why does everybody think they doing it? Why is everybody having these wild conversations, right? Unscientific conversations, picking and choosing what portions of it they want to do when it fits their variable, when it fits their
Mhm.
idea, what they think they're doing, when it fits their ability to try to get an audience on YouTube, when it make the
Mm,
audience feel good so they can tune in and flim flam bam bam boom you. You know I call it scamming, Juju, because that's
yeah,
exactly what it is. Because we can read this right here. We're not in the 1800s. Go ahead, Juju.
right. Predict the presence of others. For example, skin color varies largely from light in the temperate areas in the north to dark in the tropical areas in the south. Its intensity is not related to nose shape or hair texture. Dark skin may be associated with frizzy or kinky hair or curly or wavy or straight hair, all of which are found among different indigenous peoples in tropical regions. These facts render any attempt to establish lines of division among biological populations both arbitrary and subjective.
Hmm.
Historical research has shown that the idea of race has always carried more meaning than mere physical differences. Indeed, physical variations in the human species have no meaning except the social ones that humans put on them. Hmm.
Stop right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, for like the first 350,000 years of human history,
facts.
okay, there was no, like what I want to say, like placed on skin color. What I want to, what's the word I want to use here? There was no like power placed on skin color. Am I
Right.
saying that right?
You can
There
say
was
that
no like
because that's what it is. You're
place
giving power
power on
to
it, give power to it.
this
And there's
racialized
just it wasn't that. Now I know in North America it's unfathomable, right? Right.
right.
We put meaning on skin color. That's what I want to say. There was no meaning put on skin color. Now we place meaning on it. And it's unfathomable to the people having these conversations, right? They think you running away from who you are. The whole blackness thing to an African American is connected to their political stance of fighting oppression, right? And during the time of the 60s and the civil rights movement. That was our struggle, right? The color black connected to the Nile Valley Africans is connected to the black soil, which 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 actually gave rise to their religion and their cultural social practices. And as a matter of fact, their social cultural practices that tied them to Africa. That's why we know Egyptian culture is African, based
Right.
off of their religious practices, based off of their cultural nuances, based off of their African farming techniques, regardless if it was Asian grain varieties that were brought in. The way they packaged it, the way they did it was in a traditional African way, based off of the color of the soil. So people actually try to change the whole dynamics of who an ancient Egyptian is. We have actually Americanized them based off of colonialism and racism, white supremacy. It's the darnest thing. And then we claim we teach in proper history. No, we're not. We're continuing the foolery. And people who put a mic in front of their face, they damn well know better, Juju. They
Yeah.
know damn well better. And then they lie, right? And then they destroy the Egyptian religion, the beautiful Egyptian religion, which gave rise to the idea of an afterlife, right?
Facts.
And as those indigenous people wanted to return and they worked their way through life, working towards that, We want to take that away from them and put it on the skin. The skin didn't give rise to a damn religion.
Nope.
It was the soil that did. And none of them can prove you right. They'll try to play games with you. They'll play trickology. They'll translate things out of cultural context. Like you like this. They do you like this. Boy, that woman, boy, she fat to death. She drop dead gorgeous. You say, yeah. Translate that. Yeah, the lady died. And she was overweight. You were like, that doesn't fit in the African American context. And they would argue with you about that. I'm just trying to give an example on how they mistranslate things, how they take things out of cultural context. So those Nile Valley Africans was talking about the soil, not the color of their skin, right? The soil gave rise, right, to food, clothing, and shelter. Not their skin. The skin didn't help them feed and clothe themselves. The skin is a biological feature that contains the melanocytes that protect them from the harmful UVA rays. Let's keep the show moving real smooth. Yeah, moving real smooth. So we right here with the Negroid. Negroid. Dun, dun, dun.
There you go, hopscotch. I like it. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
we moving, yo.
Yeah, I see
None of
you.
them can do this. They all got their own ideas, right? So, all right. Negroid.
Let me know when you're ready.
Ah, man, that's an obsolete.
I hope y'all don't hear that.
Hear what? No, I can't hear nothing.
God, Lee, my stomach just
Growling. We're going to get you out of here. Negroid.
I ain't even hungry.
You ain't hungry.
A congoloid. Yeah, this dude just told me the Greeks was Negroid. I said, that's race science, bro.
Race science, man. Go ahead. What's this? A what? Is a what?
Obsolete racial grouping. Of various people indigenous to Africa, south of the area, which stretch from the southern Sahara Desert in the west to the African Great Lakes in the southeast, but also to isolated parts of South and Southeast Asia, negritos. The term is derived from now disproven conceptions of race as a biological category.
Disproven. Okay, so we come here to the concept of dividing mankind.
Mm-hmm. The concept of dividing humankind into three races called Caucasoid, Mongoloid, and Negroid, originally named Ethiopian, was introduced in the 1780s by members of the Göttingen School of History, and further developed by Western scholars in the context of racist ideologies during the age of colonialism.
Mm-hmm.
With the rise of modern genetics, the concept of distinct human races in a biological sense has become obsolete.
We can stop right there. It's obsolete.
It's no more.
Right.
Does not exist.
Yeah, that doesn't mean people don't use it and it won't show up in the paper. It doesn't mean that, but they're working away from that. Right? Doesn't mean like overnight it just stopped, right? But right here is what? Negroid has what?
Negroid has Portuguese or Spanish and ancient Greek etymological roots. It literally translates as black resemblance from the Portuguese and Spanish word negro, black, from Latin nigrum, and Greek, yeah, that word, having the appearance of oides, yeah, it's weird.
Nigrum, the Latin, nigrum.
Yeah. The Greek, it's something totally different, y'all. Having the appearance of a derivative of edus. You just covered it.
Yeah, that's good enough right there. So I just want to get it in the context. I want to show y'all. I want to put this in the context of scientific racism, because that's what you're doing. You're promoting scientific racism, right? When you place that idea on indigenous people, that's exactly what you're doing. There's no other qualifier that could show and prove that ain't what you're doing, right? First of all, they got the darndest superiority in their head that make them think they superior to everybody else, to the point where they can just start naming other people. And then later African Americans, right, we co-opt that idea and we think we can start naming other people and tell them what their culture was when they leave writings to say exactly what it is. Now, early on, this was a mistake made by Diops, but now it's a scam. Full-blown scam. Y'all know the players in the game. King's monologue, he's scamming. Got a whole channel full of that. And he does it on purpose because he's an intelligent individual. Scamwell thought him to be an intelligent individual. But nope, they keep going. So let's deal with it in the context of scientific racism. Go ahead, Juju. What do you mean? What are we talking about?
And the development of Western race theories took place in a historical situation where most Western nations were still profiting from the enslavement of Africans.
I was doing what, yo? They was doing what? Profiting.
Profiting, living their life off the bat.
Living their best life.
Yeah.
We gonna slave them Negroes. Go ahead.
That was a good quickie right there. Oh God. Yeah, for real. But profiting from the enslavement of Africans, and therefore had an economic interest in portraying the inhabitants of sub-Saharan Africa as an inferior race. A significant change. Did you want to say something?
No, I want to say, so there you go, as an inferior race. So that's racialization. Remember I told you where they made the white superior in the 1700s, they made the black inferior. That's called racialization, right? That's when you marginalize communities and you give it a name.
Correct.
I'm telling you what this is. Having nothing to do with the fight and struggle for our civil rights and human rights in North America, and we rally behind the fact that they said we were superior. I mean, inferior. We say, we'll show you, we'll take it and flip it around. But us flipping it around don't make other people flip the shit around. They don't have to. They're not wrong. I know I catch a lot of flack for this. People in Eritrea, people in Uganda, people in Ethiopia, yo, they don't have to accept that term. They know who they are. Fact. They understand their ethnicity. They know where they land. They know their ancestors. They have not been through that process of racialization. Now we do it. We actually carry racialization or racialized terms to these indigenous people, Juju, right? And we push it on them. And we so fly with it that we literally scam them. So watch this. We actually get people to change the thought process, because that's what words do. Words help you see things. Right? So if you start to see things in color, yo, you miss a whole lot about your culture. Especially when your culture wasn't based off of that. You talking about Nile Valley, you talking about the Horn of Africa. These people have a wide range of variation in skin color. Sub-Saharan Africa have a wide range of variation. Some of the oldest people in Sub-Saharan Africa aren't even dark skinned.
Right.
South Africa, Khoisan, they're not dark skinned. They don't have the big lips and the big noses. They just do not. They have the epileptic fold. Right. But go ahead, Juju.
Yeah, that's so true. Inferior race. A significant change in Western views on Africans came about when Napoleon's 1798 invasion of Egypt drew attention to the impressive achievements of ancient Egypt, which could hardly be reconciled with the theory of Africans being inferior.
See, how long we just said that, Juju?
Forever, boy.
How long have we said that, yo?
Every
they got
time.
There. They was like, oh man. Go ahead, Juju.
They had to figure it out, right?
Man, they in Africa now. Okay, we're gonna make these white people. We're gonna make them white people. They're gonna be Mediterranean. We're gonna do all that.
Exactly what they did. They had to.
So how many people had to fight for the whole Mediterranean stance?
Yeah, right.
See, then now they won't play.
They still in the Mediterranean drowning on that too. They died on that hill for real.
Go ahead.
Yeah. In this context, many of the works published on Egypt after Napoleon's expedition seem to have had as their main purpose an attempt to prove in some way that the Egyptians were not Negroes, but belonged to a Hamitic race. which was seen as a subgroup of the Caucasian race. Thus, the high civilization of ancient Egypt could be separated from the allegedly inferior African race.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, that's wild. It's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
all right there. All right, and
Meditate.
y'all
I
know who
meditate
Samuel
off
Morton
the
is. He's the one
what
that
we
looked at
do.
these scars right here. Samuel Morton. He's considered to be the father of scientific racism, and he's the one to look at the skulls in his Crania Aegyptica in 1844. You know, we got that work right here.
Yeah, we do.
We got
We
that.
do.
Right. That's why I'm all that's why we see it a little bit different over here, yo, because we got the shit we done read it. We see how they did it.
A
Okay.
thousand
And they the
times.
ones that said that they was racially akin to the Europeans.
Europeans.
All right, they said all that. All right, finish that. We get out of this frame.
Until they found some stuff that ain't match up.
Get them
As
skulls figured.
historian, as historian Edith Sanders writes, perhaps because slavery was both still legal and profitable in the United States, there arose an American school of anthropology, which attempted to prove scientifically that the Egyptian was a Caucasian, far removed from the inferior Negro. In his Crania Aegyptica, Samuel George Norton, the founder of anthro, um, anthropology. Yo, I just lost it. Y'all forgive me. Anthropology in the United States analyzed over 100 intact crania gathered from the Nile Valley and conducted that the ancient Egyptian were racially akin to Europeans because of their skulls. Yeah,
So I'm gonna drop this in there because then it get into the monogenous and apollogenous. Charles Darwin was a monogenous,
mm-hmm.
meaning he said that
Origin of
all
human.
humans came from God. So it was one grouping.
Mm-hmm.
All right, one race of people. That's it. The
Polygenous.
polygenists were saying no, there's different separate races, which y'all argue today. We have people actually promoting that today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna drop this in
And
there
they're
so y'all can just
racist
read
for
that.
doing that because
Yeah,
it's
y'all
still the
wow.
same,
Yeah, those people on
same
TikTok, they're famous for it, ain't they, Juju?
inferiority and superior complex going on. It's just the same stuff.
It's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, it is. It's
Hmm.
disgusting.
Yeah, and they do it all on purpose.
Oh yeah,
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 and
yeah.
they promoting the racism and act like they not.
Can't get
Okay,
triggered. You just got to beat them with the science, right? And then
gotta
they
be.
get triggered, right?
Yeah, yeah,
They get
bring them up
triggered.
to
They
your
lose.
level and knock them out because they have no
Mhm.
understanding.
Fact.
Instead of letting them drag you down to their level and beat
Yeah,
you with ignorance,
yeah.
pull them up to our
I,
level.
yeah. Go ahead and say it. That's what that's Starman right there.
Star man, he say drag them. They're gonna drag you down to their level. You don't beat you with ignorance, yo. So I'm saying let's pull them up, grab them by the neck, and pull them up. You know what I mean, to the level
Mm-hmm.
where
Oh,
they
they
actually
can't
have
fight.
no understanding. They ain't got a chance. We keep it just right here. So I just like to get to dark skinned people. All
That's
right.
where you going now.
Yeah, we're going right to dark skinned people. See, beautiful sister right there.
Okay, she's
All right.
gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So dark skinned people.
Um, Dark skin is a type of human skin color that is rich in melanin pigments. People with dark skin are often referred to as black people, although this usage can be ambiguous
Of
in
course
some
it is.
countries. Mhm.
No, I said of course it's ambiguous. Go ahead.
Mhm. In some countries where it is also used to specifically refer to different ethnic groups or populations. The evolution of dark skin is believed to have begun around 1.2 million years ago in light skinned early hominid species after they moved from the equatorial rainforest to the sunny savannas.
Okay, so these rainforests, okay, blocked
Protection.
out the harmful UVA waves. Well, no need to have dark skin. Ain't nothing special about dark skin. African Americans make it special because we was fighting against racism, white supremacy,
Right.
and colorism in the whole nine yards. So I understand that that is real.
Correct.
You'll have people say, "Well, you know that's real." We never said that the racialization of a human population, right, was not real to the people that was enslaved and died in the
The, im-
millions.
the
Never said that.
implications
That's the game they
were
play
real.
called trigology. Juju. It's trigology.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like race is real. No, race as a biological feature is not real. The
Correct.
social construct is real. That was
Yep.
exacted by those who made billions of dollars off you and turned it into the global trade. People
Yeah.
that lost their life, it was real. The money they spent was real, and people lost their life. We never not said that was not real. We never
Wall
not said
Street.
how it has affected us to this very day. We never discounted that, Juju. We're simply saying we're having an anthropological conversation about indigenous populations. Why are they running all around the block, Juju? Why can't they stay where we at?
Because they don't know enough.
Because they
Simple.
don't know. Move to a position. It's called, what is it called, man? When you move into another position, you can defend better.
Commenting.
Martin Bailey.
Moving the goalposts.
Martin Bailey.
Oh, Mountain Belly. Yeah.
When you move to position, when you move to a position,
You like that
real
one.
easy, like, and start fighting because you can fight that better.
There's Mountain Belly. Molten
Martin
Belly.
Bailey. Okay,
Yeah, the
so
implications are real, and we never deny that, but you can't use the implications and say that makes that thing real because that's fallacious. If you defeat that fallacious thing, then, hopefully in another 50 years we can rid of this construct. Hopefully, because it ain't doing us no good. You feel
no.
me?
Yeah, I want to
None.
show the beautiful sister on the screen, yo. So look at you don't look
Yeah,
at this
she's
beautiful sister, right?
gorgeous.
Yeah.
She looks like my friend who works at Disney.
Mm,
She's like a lead role. I was like,
mm,
okay. Lion King.
hmm Okay, so let's keep it moving. We're moving right along with this thing right here, yo. All right. How they say it. You know how they say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Okay, so let's move to the geographical distribution. Distribution is important here.
Mm. There is a correlation between the geographic just distribution of UV radiation, UVR, and the distribution of skin pigmentation around the world. Areas that have higher amounts of UVR have darker skin population, generally located near the equator. Areas that are further away from the equator and generally closer to the poles have a lower concentration of UVR and contain lighter skin populations. This is the result of human evolution,
Hmm.
which contributed to variable melanin
Here-
content in skin to adapt to certain environments. How
Here's a
about we've
shout
been
to the.
telling them
here-
skin color is just an adaptation to your environment, nothing else. Nothing else.
Enough that. Did you see the word Africa in there anywhere, Juju?
No, 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 because that don't even
Huh.
matter.
Huh.
You
So
don't have to
dark
be
skin don't mean
African.
African, do it?
No, it doesn't. You can be
Ah.
dark skinned and not be
Ah.
African.
Ah. Keep
Yeah,
going. Let's
but
go.
they said right there.
Watch this. The what?
A large percentage of dark skinned people are found in southern hemispheres because latitudinal
A
landmass
larger. It say a larger.
a larger, yeah, because latitudinal and mass distribution is disproportionate. The
Hold on. Let's look
present
at what this is. Most people don't know what the hell a southern hemisphere. Here you go.
oh
Look at
God.
that.
Southern
See?
hemisphere is the half hemisphere of the Earth that is
Uh-huh.
south of the equator. It contains all parts of five continents, the whole
Mm-hmm.
of Antarctica, the whole of Australia, about 90% of South America, and one third of Africa,
Uh,
and some islands off the continental
uh,
mainland of Asia, and four
mm,
oceans.
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
yeah. So it's
Juju, this is interesting right here. Let's look at it again. So
so it
we
does
learn
include
something
a
new
lot of
every day.
land,
See?
livable
So
land.
most dark skin, look, a larger population of dark skinned people is contained in this area here.
Facts.
Huh. That's why they call you, we say people of color, right?
Hmm.
All right.
Look at South America. That's like Brazil, all that.
Man, yeah, and that's where your Cowboys and Indians is playing their game. I know you don't like your
That's
Cowboys
a
and
lot
Indians,
of
but
land though.
so
That's what they're
watch this.
saying, the
Here we
land
go.
distribution
Here we go,
too.
Juju. Where you at? What it say?
Mass distribution is the present distribution of skin color variation does not completely reflect the correlation of intense UVR and dark skin pigmentation due to mass migration and movement of people across continents in the recent past. Dark skinned populations inhabiting Africa, Australia, Melanesia, Papua
Hmm.
New Guinea, and South Asia, S- South America live in some of the area with the highest UV radiation in the world and have evolved very dark skin
It say
pigmentation.
what? The what? Hold on. The what, yo? The what?
The
South
highest,
America.
yeah,
What?
live in some of the areas with the highest UV radiation in the world, not Africa, but South America,
Mm.
and have evolved very dark skin pigmentation as protection from the sun's harmful rays.
Man,
So
that's what it's really
skin
for.
skin color is just an
Hold on.
environmental protection. It has nothing to do with nothing else.
So
Keep
see
going.
this right here? Go ahead, Juju.
Yeah,
Evolution what?
evolution has restricted humans with dark skin in tropical latitudes, especially in non-forested regions
Remember
where
we talked about the
ultraviolet,
forested region earlier and how the
right,
forest protects you from the harmful
right,
UVA
from the
rays?
skin, right, it shades you.
Mm-hmm.
Where ultraviolet radiation from the sun is usually the most intense. Different dark skin populations are not necessarily closely related
What did it
genetically.
say? So we back on that again. The
Right.
interview with Jonathan Marks, The Power of Illusion. But go ahead, Juju. So that's the point we trying to say, all right, Juju?
Yeah.
See? Y'all
Different.
tripping when y'all say anything against that. You just
Correct.
making it up.
Everybody ain't a negroid. That's crazy. Stop using that word. That's race science. Everybody
So,
not black.
right, it's
You feel
crazy.
me? Meaning African in origin. That's crazy.
All that's crazy.
Stop
Go ahead,
using
Juju.
that. Before the modern mass migration, it had been argued that the majority of dark pigmented people live within 20 degrees of the equator.
Mm. Now watch
Mm.
this. This is get good right here. Go ahead.
Natives of Buca and what was it, Bougainville,
Boca. Uh-huh.
Bougainville of the Northern Solomon Islands in Melanesia, and the Chopi people of Mozambique in the southeast coast of Africa have darker skin than other surrounding populations.
Wait, what? What? They got their skin is darker than the other sound, the populations that are surrounding them.
Right. The native people of Bougainville, Papua New Guinea, have some of the darkest skin pigmentation in the world. That's
Wait,
fact.
it ain't say it said the
No,
who?
Papua New Guinea, which is fact.
Bougainville. They
Bo-
have some of the
Boganim,
darkest skin.
yeah.
Huh? How could that be?
Although these people are widely separated, they share similar physical environments. In both regions, they experiment very high UVR exposure from cloudless skies near the equator, which is reflected from water or sand. Water reflects, depending on color, about 10 to 30% of UVR that falls on it. That's facts. That is fact. People think you're in the water, you're protected. No, you're not. It actually makes it worse. Yeah. Peace, Chilimwe. So that's all we've been
Mm,
saying.
mm, mm.
Skin color is just an environmental adaptation,
Hold on, Juju. I gotta get the door. Hold on.
mutation. I got a song for y'all. Y'all want to hear it? Here it go. Uh-huh. How I used to do it. Dang. I think he got to take Zeus, y'all. He got a dog named Zeus. He cute. He like a little cocker spaniel or something like that. I just know because I'll be seeing it in the video. Nothing crazy. And that's how I know Zeus. He a cute little dog. He like black and gray or black and white, something like that. Yeah, boy. Zeus don't be playing. Zeus be running them. Get him, Zeus. Get him, Zeus. 1684, Berner published a brief essay dividing humanity into what he called races, distinguishing individuals and particularly women by skin color and a few other physical traits. Oh, interesting. That's 1684. Okay. Bernier. Yeah, all them people were crazy though. They was just crazy. They was just trying to support slavery, bro. And that's it. Trying to, figure out a way to prove The Africans were inferior, but look at us now, baby. We don't look too inferior, do we? Taking over everything. It's only a matter of time. Let me stop. Let me stop. I get on my race supremacy. Let me not be pseudo. Happy Halloween. What up, Raymond? What up, Raymond? You see it over there on TikTok. Just madness, Raymond. To other people, it's just madness. What up, Chilumbwe? What up, Professor? That's just a nickname I call him. You hate it. That published essay is what led to the creation of the Code Noir. Oh, interesting. I will catch up on that. What up, Ramesses? How you doing? Ramesses. Missed you. All right. Oh, he low key fine. Let me stop. And he got good hair. Just said. You muted? Oh, you still muted. I thought you was trying to talk. Oh, this is all Aboriginal Australian man. Okay. Good, Ramesses. I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah, I hope y'all got your
All right, we
candy
back.
for them
We back.
babies.
We back. We
Oh,
back.
you back, you back, you back.
I thought I turned the light out. Ain't the light out? Let me get these trick or treaters off my back. Hold on.
Get the trick or treaters! Yay! He doing his job, boy. He doing his community service, y'all. I got my candy. Ain't nobody knocked on the door yet. I'm upstairs. I'm Mildred talking about she opening the door. You know them good old Christian people, boy. It is not dealing with the devil's holiday, boy. But I am. I be like I'm a heathen, so I don't care. Boy. And if I don't give out the candy, I'm just taking it to church Sunday. Give it to the church.
What happened? What
I'm
happened?
Mildred to the machine opening the door. I saw Mildred, you better open the door while I'm on live. Get them turn their candy.
Chill. Chill didn't call me.
Call you for about what?
Chill. When you supposed to come to Atlanta, yo?
He want to call you, and he on the college trip.
Yeah, yo. He said he was coming to Atlanta. I forgot he ain't called me. He just.
Ooh, you might have missed him. He probably
I
was
didn't
too
miss
busy.
him. He's supposed to call me like I call him.
They probably was busy, boy, because that trip it'd be like go, 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 go. Every time I look, every hour I look, they in a different city. Every hour.
I don't know how they do it, yo.
College. Yo, he be working it, boy. Traveling
Yeah,
back to Egypt.
he be
doing the
serious
children's
about that.
tour. The college tour. They're not children. College tour. Yeah. We got to do a show on that. I'm getting my little cousin. I'm get her to go. I want her to do both the Southern one, and I definitely want her to go to Howard. Yeah, I already have one cousin with the Howard, so he just might as well make it a tram. Got Bethune coming, FAMU, FSU, Howard. Yeah.
All right. So we see this. Okay. Aboriginal Australian.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
giving
say
fine.
African American, right? Yeah, don't say hey, black person, right?
Giving fine with the good hair.
The African American, ain't it?
Yeah, he look like a brother from the hood.
Down the street. I'm telling you that your eyes is lying to you. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you that. Your eyes have portrayed you. That's why eyes aren't good indicators.
Facts.
Right. But that's what they enslaved you under. I'm trying, I want people to get you to understand that. Even when y'all go back to Africa and visit Africa and you go into a town and say, man, they look like Willie back home. No, it's not.
Right.
Okay. I heard people say it all the time. No, it's not.
I saw my whole family. Yeah.
I seen Willie and Grady.
Yeah. That's funny. Grady.
Oh, man. Look at this little handsome little kid here. Look.
Yep. With the blonde
See,
hair.
see, he ain't
Mm-hmm.
got no spray paint in his hair neither. What's the
No,
diversity? I know his skin color.
that's all
African
natural.
American. No, it's not.
Telling you, I saw that little Egyptian girl. She had bleach blonde hair
Like that.
and she had blue eyes.
Mm.
Yes. And she wasn't super pale though. She was lighter, but she wasn't pale. Like, you know, it was very interesting. She was a cute little girl.
Look at the homies right here.
But they're the homies.
I don't care what sign say,
Honey
yo.
Kitty.
They
Well,
definitely down there from the projects, yo.
yeah, they look like they from Mercy Drive. If
Come
anybody from
on,
there
yo.
in Orlando,
I'm
that's
saying, but
Mercy
your eyes is
Drive.
lying to you, though. Your eyes is absolutely lying to you, yo.
Yeah,
If
they
I'm
tell
looking at this with my eyes, I'm saying, come on, yo.
you this what the
Come on,
apple
bro. Think
juice.
about that. Hey, Juju, look at what we looking at, right?
A
And
baby
I swear
Lord.
to goodness, yo, you'll swear down that, yo, these people got some of the darkest skin tones amongst humans. See? Once again, people from Boggleville have some of the darkest skin tones amongst humans. See?
Polytopicity. Where
That's the word. That's got to be can go to somewhere around here.
polytopicity can go another way too. Polytopicity
Both
means
ways.
yeah, genetics, but also goes like what people do. Like when you
Mhm,
say, well, who invented the wheel? Like different cultures invented the wheel at a
mhm,
similar time out of necessity. That's polytopicity. Ramesses.
mhm.
No plolly Poly, polytopicity. Yeah.
Poly.
That's my favorite word.
Well, that's what we was talking about when we started the show off with showing that people's skin color could go back and forth. That was it right there. That was it.
Hmm.
That's how it changed back and forth. All right.
Yeah. So
So you
Kiara that
sitting there
do.
looking at ancient populations thinking that they look this way and look that way. That's not true. You just made that all up.
Facts.
You just you're
Here,
just running
baby
and making it
Lord.
up. Hey, just
Afro
having fun.
Ninja is a trip. That's
Yeah, you're
funny.
just having fun. Having
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, but proving a point too while we're having the fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
absolutely
gotta
proving a point.
stop that
Absolutely
bull.
proving a point. There you go.
Yeah. Sudan.
That's South
Beautiful.
Sudan with these beautiful women right here.
Yes.
All right.
That skin is to die for real.
Yeah, they definitely got that super
What?
pure shiny.
That is the sought after complexion. Like most of your top supermodels are from Sudan and some of those areas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, be
Mm-hmm.
killing it. It's
Mm-hmm.
gorgeous. Trick, trick,
Fishman.
trick. Smell my
Sheena.
feet. Give me something good to eat. If you
India.
don't,
Southern India. Look at that. How
I
dark
don't
he is.
care. Yeah, I'll put on my underwear.
Dark
Where is
skin.
this? Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
These people, tropical and subtropical areas in America, have dark skin.
Right. Where the abos at with the bull?
Indigenous
Indigenous
mother and
mother.
daughter. All
Yeah.
right.
Uris Islands.
Mm-hmm. How dark their skin is.
Just gorgeous.
Look at their hair, though. We done seen different courses of hair.
And
Indigenous
we is
man from
not
the
all
Bolivian.
over the world.
This is all over the world. Y'all look at this first.
Yeah,
Look.
but that ain't us.
Look.
Titicaca. Lake Titicaca.
Mm-hmm. He's so dark you can't even see him. Yo, that's Willie. Hey, man. And back to the sister again.
Mm-hmm. Don't
So,
say where she from. She's giving African
no.
American.
Yeah, so, our points are very clear, right? You're not going to look at them and say who they is and where they from. If we went to some of these people and looked into their genetics, man, you would clearly see, right, that their genetics clearly say they more closely related to different populations, man. Let me see.
Correct.
Here we go. Let's get you genetic studies.
Uh-oh.
Papua New Guinea. All
Which
right.
one are you getting?
Genetic studies.
Mm-mm. Distinct morphology or
Yeah, right here. Just read that. Genetic studies. Oh, they got Denisovan.
Oh, you. That's something you ain't give me.
Oh, yeah. Because I clicked on the thing. You had to
It's all
click on
good.
the
It's all good. It's all good. I was ready though. I had my tabs.
random mutations. Let me see. Homo sapiens.
Except say some of them not
Malaysians
black
found
people.
Neanderthal 2% genetic admixture with
I'm
other
not
modern
listening to
Homo
them
sapiens
people, Joel.
genomes. Mm.
I'm just saying, I'm not listening to them people, Joels. I'm just going to read the scientific papers. What they
Yeah,
say, leave
yeah,
it
we let them.
alone.
Yeah,
People
we let them
say,
just run off into their own mind. Let them do what they're gonna do. Yeah, we had to. I just had to separate myself from the nonsense, man. That should be fun, but ain't nobody learning nothing at a certain point, right? We need to be able to expand our horizons.
I didn't say that, Red Feather.
Oh, red feather. Oh hell,
That the only thing you heard? Because you missed the
red
show.
feather. Yeah, don't worry about them. Don't worry about 'em. Look at these.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
Look. They from Africa. No, they not.
I didn't
Look.
say they were
No, they
black.
not. That's a picture. Look, they not from Africa. No, they not.
Oh, boy.
Nowhere near Africa.
I don't believe in a black African.
Yeah, nobody believe in that.
I don't believe in that. That's stupid.
Look,
I said
what part of Africa
Sudanese,
they from,
the
Juju?
popular ones.
What part of
I,
Africa they from?
I'm not gonna guess at that. You gotta give me like that's
They're
probably not
not
even
from Africa.
Africa.
They're not from
Yeah,
Africa. Papua New Guinea.
yeah. I'm thinking because I don't the huts with the that doesn't look like any African house I know of.
The feather
Though we
got
do
crazy.
stuff on stilts, but yeah, and they got grass skirts. That's not usually
You don't
indicative.
say majority of Superman are not black. I don't even know what you're talking. He don't know what he's talking about. He red feather.
Yeah, because nobody said anything about black, and we
What's
didn't say
going
anything
on, Mr.
about
Hits?
majority.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is
the
in the
Gritos
building.
are the Philippines, which are like related to East Asians and Native American. They have nothing to do with Africa.
Nope.
No, well they have Asian. They would be considered Asian, but Asia is so
So
vast
diverse.
and diverse. Yeah.
So diverse again.
So
Got Caucasians. You got India is on the
yeah,
subcontinent of
Caucasians
Asia.
are Asians. It's got Asian in
Right.
it.
Caucasians are Asians.
Yeah. Then those the ones that do live in like the cold Siberia. I looked at this documentary about the indigenous tribes, and these people are very fair. And if the girl didn't say anything, they may have a little bit more of the like the slanted eyes, but they look like white people. And she was an indigenous group that stayed in a really cold climates that they pretty much decimated, you know, of course. But yeah, I thought it was very interesting.
I mean, it's
Very,
just
very interesting.
yeah. So I say all this to say, and I do all this to make it very clear. You're not gonna sit up there and rattle off a bunch of unfounded facts based off of your senses. Okay, that's what you're not doing. All right, it actually makes no sense, Juju. Now we dropped that link. Anybody want to participate? We dropped the link in the server, man. Y'all got some ideas that that definitely can either aid to the conversation or you can just totally just blow us out the water. Then by all means jump on. And so this conversation that we're having today, just apply that to any indigenous population.
Yep.
All right.
Hit the link.
That link. Because we cooking with high grease. Now let's go right here. All
I'm
right.
cooking with chocolates
Chocolates.
and popcorn.
Mm-hmm. So here we go, Juju. I want to come to this. Distinct morphological phenotypes of the Southeast Asian Aborigines.
Oh, now you want to go. Okay, hold on, hold
Yeah,
on.
we get right there.
Okay, dokie. This is where you want to go to?
Mhm.
We're just gonna read the abstract, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
We'll share the link with that. What it says,
we'll share it right now.
the distinct morphological phenotype of Southeast Asian Aborigines are shaped by novel mechanisms for adaptation to tropical rainforests. Keywords. Keywords. Distinct morphological phenotype shaped by novel mechanisms for adaptation to tropical rainforests. Yeah. Those are some key words. So, Southeast Asian Aborigines,
Mm-hmm.
the hunter gatherer populations living in tropical rainforests, exhibit distinct morphological phenotypes, including short stature, dark skin, curly hair, and a wide and snub nose. The underlying genetic architecture and evolutionary mechanism of these phenotypes remain a long term mystery. We conducted whole genome deep sequencing of 81 Cambodian Aborigines from 8 ethnic groups. Through a genome wide scan of selective sweeps, we discovered key genes harboring Cambodian enriched mutations that may contribute to their phenotypes, including two hair morphogenesis genes, TCHH and TCHHL1, one nasal morphology gene, PAX3, and a set of genes such as ENTPDI, ASI associated with short stature. The identified the identified new genes and novel mutations suggest an independent origin of the distinct phenotypes in Cambodian Aborigines through parallel evolution, referring that long-standing arguments refuting the long-standing argument on the common ancestry of these phenotypes among the worldwide rainforest hunter-gatherers. Notably, our discovery reveals that various types of molecular mechanisms, including antisense transcription and epigenetic regulation, contribute to human morphogenesis, providing novel insights into the genetics of human environmental adaptation.
Mm.
Yeah, so you know what that means? A lot
Let's
of
take
our
a look at it. Take a look at the
typical
nose.
characteristics are
What you
from
call
that.
a Negro? Wide nose. Look. Remember that? Remember all the mistakes we made?
Right.
Remember all the All Max?
Oh, here you go.
Remember all that? Y'all remember all that? Remember all that, right?
Yeah, curly hair, wide nose, short stature. We would think what? Yeah, tropical environment, tropical limb proportions. Isn't that what they call it?
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's not just in Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all around the world in tropical environments. You
And
are
so
what
yeah,
your
you actually got
environment
tricked. You got
is.
tricked with the Negro with the big lips and all that. They played you crazy. Yeah,
Mhm.
they miseducated you and then you spread it. And you spread it now. You
Oh, I
spreading
like
it. You
this
spreading
chart.
miseducation. Huh?
I like this chart.
Yeah, they actually
Oh, yeah,
spreading
yeah,
mis.
that's good. Okay. Nice. So it shows you where each of these different genetic variations are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's dope.
Avenue Island. Let me get something. Hold on. Let me jump right here real quick.
Peace, Timmy.
I'm gonna jump to the Negritos right here. Okay. A little bit bigger. It's like the Koi sign, don't it?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Got nothing to do with the damn Koi sign.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm. All right. I just find the whole thing very, very interesting. Let's see what the genetics tell us. All right. 1
Mm.
second. Look.
Badak family in Malaysia.
Look.
Batak. No.
Beautiful family. Ain't got nothing to do with you in Africa. Look at the hair.
Come on, those are black people. I'm just saying, don't start that, Joel. I know you're joking though, but yeah, they're like all the children in our family.
And they got different textures of hair. See?
Uh-huh.
I'm saying if you look at them, right? I'm telling y'all now,
Yeah, one got tight
anybody that's
hair.
married or got children by the same woman, right? Line them up. Line them up and watch evolution take over. So I'm gonna have this type of hair, little bit different. Skin color gonna be a little bit different. Take
Mhm.
the test, y'all. Line your kids up, right? Gotta have the same mother, same father, though. Important, right? Line them up. They're gonna be different complexions, right? They ain't gonna have the same types of hair. None of that. How could that be? Look right here. See if I can make this a little bit bigger. Look.
You get gullah on Sundays. We got this.
So I think it's important to know that there's a lot of mistakes made in trying to fit them into a social construct, because this is what the conversation is really about. Put your social construct on that and watch how disrespectful you are to that culture.
Agreed.
Look at Shorty right there. She's like,
That's funny.
mm-hmm.
No, stop.
Uh-huh.
But beautiful children.
Absolutely. So let's get to the genetics. Where's your? Oh man, I could have sworn population. Adam and Eve. Where is the genetic? Here you go. The origin, genetic history of East Asian. East Asia. All right. There you go. Position of various ethnic groups considered Negrito, Negritos, and Oceanians.
Oceanians
Go ahead.
are mostly closely related to East Asians, followed by Native Americans.
We was told in the conscious community they was Africans. Remember that?
Oh yeah, they call them
You see the
Negritos. I mean, that's a colonial term given to them.
And they more closely related. Look, the Europeans. Look, let's see. Hold on. East Asians. Look.
And Native.
Oceania, Proto Malay. Let me see. Guido, Adam and Eve. I thought they more closely related to the Oceania and East Asians. There you go. East Asians, followed by Native Americans. That's a whole study. Let me give you all the study. I'm gonna give you all the study because we like the studies around here. We like the studies, don't we, Gigi?
We do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, them studies will rock your boat.
Yep.
Studies ahead, you sounding crazy.
Very crazy.
Like, you sounding pseudo.
That's how a lot of people sounding in the community.
It sounded good until you sounded good until them studies came out. So I don't know why y'all keep letting people get you. Say, well, where's the study on that? Ask the question, where's the study on that? Is that you just saying that?
Nah, then it'll be like, oh, that's the white man. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I know, but yet you looking at the white man TV. You talking on
That's what we tell them. Well, this white man science on this technology right here. What you doing here? They be stuck.
Yeah, it's
It was
funny,
a big as a Mexico, Joel. You funny. I'm not playing with you. Yeah, but some people really be going out the way, Sabio. They really don't understand what the term negrito, like how they got that. Those people didn't name themselves negritos. In the Spanish named them negritos, if I'm not mistaken. You know, Spanish colonized the Philippines, places like that up in there. So
didn't know that, huh?
Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, most people don't. The negritos, that's where they get it from. Little negro. Because when you put the ito on the end,
hard on this one, they remember? They were doing whole lectures on it, Juju.
Yeah.
Full lectures on it.
Hey, Ladosha.
Big up to Ladosha. They were doing whole lectures.
Do them DNA tests and see what comes out. It just showed it. We just showed you the genetics. It said them people is closely related to East Asians and then Native Americans.
Well, this is a scientific paper, the genetic history of Negritos and indigenous populations. Huh?
Yeah, boy, Negritos ain't got nothing to do with them people being us or African or we all black around the world. That don't work.
That don't work. That only work when you playing in America. The one drop rule is in effect.
Only works when you playing in the conscious community on YouTube.
Yeah, you in the conscious community. Definitely work. You definitely get spellbound.
Misinformed Negroes. That's
Yeah.
what I call them.
And then you can catch some
Misinformed
indigenous
Negroes.
Africans out there trying to be like you, and they follow suit, and then you're all stuck with
Oh
colonialism,
God. Them
promoting
Africans,
colonialism.
boy, them Africans, when they pseudo is wild. I got one African from the
Oh man.
EU tribe trying to tell me that
Oh, DNA
Hebrewism
who?
Hebrewism is indigenous to Africa, and it wasn't called that. That was a modern day made up term. I
Yeah,
said, boy, let me get up out of here. He crashed out on me. Crashed out on me hard.
Who?
Some dude, some
Right, said
African
crack.
dude. He said he the prince. He come from a family that do voodoo. So play
So
with
what?
it. I was like,
Telling you do
nigga, I ain't
Christianity.
playing.
Telling
Yeah,
you
but
do
he talking about
Christianity.
Hebrew. That's exactly. He crashed out on me, boy. I said, damn, another
My
crash.
Christianity is better than your voodoo.
He crashed out on me, boy. I said,
The
oh
blood
man,
of
I'm gonna
Christ.
have
Hit him
to
with the
put
blood
him.
of Christ.
Look, I had to text Garfield. I said, Garfield, I need to get that TikTok account. I need you to kill some Hebrews for me.
Yo, that is funny, yo.
It's funny. I die. And then the girls, all the women that used to, I used to be cool with, I can't even mess with them either because they just listening, sucking up. And then they want to ask me dumb questions. I'm like, girl, get up out of here before I cut you out. You know me. Girl, you better get up out my face with that. You better sit. You better sit. You better sit down. Don't get involved now. Because when I lash out, boy, you're gonna be hurt.
Gonna be hurt. You don't stop. You be like, you just gone. It's over with. You play nice and
Don't
good.
do it.
All right,
Don't
go ahead,
do
Gigi.
it.
Let's go. Let's deal with black is. Let's see. Because I done
Black
showed you how
for
it's a
thousands.
lot. And hold on, I'm really starting to cook though, Gigi.
Okay.
Hold
You
on. You know what I
whipping it
need to
up.
do
You
before
whipping
we
it
even
up.
before we even get there. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's I should have did this when we was early in the distribution. Let me see something here.
You are little Carlos. You funny kinetic.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right,
Negrito.
go ahead. All right, go ahead, Gigi. I
Carlito.
wanted to find a
Carlito right there.
mm-hmm.
Carlito. Negrito. You get it? Little Negro. Little Carlos. Yeah. Thank you. That's a good example.
Yeah, I can't believe these. African Americans stand up there and they fight that boy.
They called him a little.
Boy, they be fighting that like they winning, yo.
Yeah,
Man, you be like,
boy.
come on, yo. They
Ain't
said it in
winning.
their language. No, they didn't. And they fight
They
you. And
never said that. They never said that in their language. It's a Spanish word.
Well, you let the African American get to it, yo. They kill your whole tribe. Your whole tribe die right there. Listen to an African American on that subject board.
That's funny. What up,
I mean, your
Smoking?
whole religion get gone.
That's funny.
They'll have you believing that that a now valid population, you know what I'm saying, made the skin color the most important thing in their world. Let me tell y'all something here. That you make things important in your world to help feed you, clothe you, and shelter you.
Alive. Yeah. Like your ancestors. Nature. Water.
Them early inhabitants was running around naked. That's another thing.
Yeah, boy.
That's another thing. Okay? Y'all can read in the article in Darskin, it talks about how most populations ain't have clothes, yo.
He talking about kumbayasm, Unc.
That's what it is.
That's funny.
I mean, it's just, people don't even think about it. All they see is Nile Valley Africans fully clothed. They don't see nothing. They think they running around with 3-piece suits on.
Man.
Seriously.
Oh man.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, come on, Juju.
And look, I'm here. I'm with you. Shoot, you ain't gotta tell me
Come on, man. How long we fight the fight? This is the craziest fight ever.
We gonna fight it for a long time. Yeah, we gonna be on that. Another thing the Hebrew voodoo prince told me, he said, because I have a degree, in which I never mentioned that.
They be listening in.
I'm part of the Illuminati. I just gotta tell you,
you're right. I'm illuminated because you're ridiculous. You're right.
I just laugh. All I could do is laugh. All I could do was laugh. I was hollering at that point. I was like, oh man. Okay, black is a racialized classification of people,
Stop,
usually
stop, stop,
what?
stop. It's
Racial
a what?
racialized
Oh, let's see
classification.
what that is, because they don't know what that is. Don't nobody
Oh,
seem to know what
well,
that
let me
is,
push
Juju.
the racialized.
Nobody knows what racialized is. Go ahead, Juju.
Racialized or ethnicization is a sociological concept used to describe the intent and processes by which ethnic or racial identities are systematically constructed within a society. Constructs for racialization are centered on erroneous generalizations about racial aspects of distinct groups, leading to the denial of equal societal engagement.
It leads to what though?
Leading to the denial of equal societal engagement.
So if you cared about your brothers and sisters in Africa, why would you do that to them? Why would you do that to them? If you care so much about indigenous people, why would you do that to them? If you care so much about the Nile Valley African people, then why would you do that to them? Well, you use the word African. Yeah, we're using it in a scientific term for geography. You last time I checked, it's called geography. But if you really cared about them, why would you do that to them? Keep going.
It is a fallacy
A
of
fallacy.
groupism.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot, not a fallacy. It's a fallacy of groupism and a process of racial dominance that has lasting, harmful, or damaging outcomes for racialized groups.
It has what? So like when you do people from Ethiopia like that, you make them lose their cultural context by doing that.
Yeah,
It's
you
dangerous to them.
marginalize them.
Yeah, Cedric put a great video on there about you about the Ukraine. No, it was Ukrainians. I think it was
So
about the
Somalian.
Somalis.
Yeah, it's the Somalians.
He was talking about how I said they're not black
Exactly. I
and how
agree.
it's dangerous to them because you put them in a category,
You marginalize them. You box them
marginalized.
up.
Keep
Yeah,
going. It's harmful and damaging
I
outcomes.
agree. That's why I say I don't believe in a black African. They know who they are. Why they don't need to be black. That's
Black
on
Egyptians and
y'all.
people below them darker than them.
Yeah,
It
they
becomes
don't
a
need
mark
to
of
do that.
foolery completely.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
that's just
Juju.
the stupidest thing.
Yeah.
An associated term is self-racialization, which refers to the practice by dominant groups to justify and defend dominant
Say it again.
status.
The what?
An associated term is self-racialization, which refers to the practice by dominant groups to justify and defend their dominant status or to deny its existence. Individually, self racialization may not be consistent throughout one's lifetime.
Oh,
Fallacy.
look at this.
Racialized incorporation. The process of racialization can affect newly arriving immigrants as well as their second generation children in the United States. According to sociologist Ali R. Harry, the concept of racialized incorporation bridges the ideas of assimilation with critical race studies in general and the concept of racialization in particular. You got to put on assimilation. Do people know what that means? You understand assimilation and pluralism. You learned that in sociology classes. Is the process in which a minority group or cultural comes to resemble a society's majority group or assimilates the values, behaviors, and beliefs of another group, whether fully or partially.
Hmm.
So that means they give up some of their own cultural norms.
You give up the culture. Ain't that what we supposed to be fighting to get back to? Ain't that
Well,
what they say? But then why spread it?
pluralism, if you could look that word up, pluralism is what would be the ideal. So people could live within, their own cultural confines. They can preserve that and still harmoniously live within a culture that's not of their own. That's called pluralism. That would be the idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother class, though. Sociology class.
Mm-hmm.
In general, the concept of racialization in particular, while immigrants may possess specific ethnic and cultural identities associated with their countries of origin, once they arrive in the US, they are incorporated into a society that is largely organized along the lines of race. Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
So the racial hierarchy in the United States is pervasive in many aspects of life, including housing, education, and employment. Redlining, yeah, remember redlining back in the day? The racialized incorporation of perspective argues that regardless of the ethnic and cultural differences across immigrant groups, racial identification is the ultimate and primary principle of social organization in the United States. That's fact. It's sad
It's
because
sad.
the lived experiences of whites and blacks in US society diverge in most areas of social life. The racialized category that immigrants and their children are incorporated into will largely determine their experiences and opportunities in the United
That's
States.
crazy.
Hence Kamala, since y'all don't say she's black, how is she racialized in the United States? If the cop pulls her over, how does he see her? I'll wait.
Go ahead, last
Oh
line.
boy. Don't nobody talk about Shensia ain't black. You know what I'm talking about. That Jamaican artist. Y'all ain't never heard y'all complain about she black. She ain't black.
Oh,
Y'all
you
ain't
showed.
never.
Oh, you did a great show on that. Remember?
Yeah, Shensia is half Korean. So why don't y'all complain about her? Why is she appropriating Jamaican reggae music though she Korean? I don't hear y'all having an outrage about that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep digging. I'm gonna keep digging. Oh boy, I'm gonna keep digging. Um, Religious groups, racialization of religion. Religious groups can also go through the process of racialization. Adherents of Judaism, Islam, and Sikhism can be racialized when they are portrayed as possessing certain physical characteristics, despite the fact that many individual adherents of those religions do not possess any of those physical characteristics. Yeah, so I know this to be fact because during like the time of 9/11, Sikhs got a lot of flack. They got physically assaulted because people misrecognize them for Muslim. And Sikhs are from India and it's not Islamic religion that they practice. So yeah, I can see how that could happen. They were
Labor.
racialized in their religion because of how they looked.
Mm.
Because
Labor.
ignorant people couldn't discern the difference between a Sikh and a Muslim, right? It's crazy. And they look completely different if you know the difference. Just saying. Do you want me to
Labor.
read
Yeah.
racialization of labor?
Just a little
Joel
small part.
said bring him up.
Okay.
Um Martha Maria Maldonado has identified the racialization of labor to involve the segregation and appointment of workers based on perceived ethnic
See?
differences.
See?
This racialization of labor is said to produce a hierarchical arrangement which limits
See?
employee agency and mobility based on their race. The process of racialization is reinforced through presupposed stereotypical qualities which are imposed upon the racialized person by the racializer.
It's what, yo? This process of
Imposed
read that
upon the
again.
racialized person by the racializer.
So see, African Americans have become the racializers now.
Racializer. Oh yeah, they're gonna call us the skin mappers. We're gonna call them the racializers.
Trying to tell you.
They're
The
not gonna
what? The what, Gigi? The who?
we're gonna call them the racializers since they call us skin mappers and they say it's fake. We're gonna start calling them racializers. Okay,
Racialized. You going over there,
racializer.
make everybody that race. And I'm gonna end it with this and let brother Joel right here. The
Okay,
racialization of gender. Go ahead.
racialization and gender can often intersect. This is that intersectionality, especially with Black women. Racialized gender specific categories can emerge in a process of racialization. For example, damn, didn't I just said it? An African American woman who immigrates to the United States may be viewed through stereotypes pertaining to African American women. Yeah.
African woman. You said African American.
I
African
did. An
women who migrate.
African woman who
Mhm.
immigrates to the United States may be viewed through the stereotypes pertaining to African American women.
Yeah,
That's
see?
right.
See? Yeah, yeah. They don't
Yeah.
even get it. Take
Intersectionality
your
of race and
time and take a
gender.
deep breath and think about what we just said. Joe, what's going on, brother?
That's
Welcome
my
to the panel,
Peace,
man.
peace,
Truth
peace.
Killer Server. What's up?
Juju. What's up, Juju?
hi, Joel.
I'm surprised you ain't in here beating somebody up. What's up, Unc?
What up, man? We chilling. We teaching. You know what I'm saying? We ain't
It's
got
gonna be
time to
it's
argue
gonna
with
be
the
a good
foolery.
review today. Yeah.
What you
Teach.
Okay, all
say,
right, I'm with
Joel?
that.
Who I'm
Hey,
messing with? What
look.
I'm messing
Big
with,
up to
bro?
Miss Tiff.
Self
Yes. Shout out, Lady Killer.
what's meant by self racialization?
Meaning
You
you want to
stand in
talk?
yourself. It's in the word.
So
Hey,
you
love,
call
you
yourself
want to dimmer
so
yourself
I'm
to
back and I'm
skin.
back. Let me stop. I'm back and I'm
I
back. Let
mean,
me
people
stop.
let
have
me
the
ask this. So if we call ourselves black, is that self racialization?
kinda,
You make yourself that. We
kinda.
accept it though.
Right. Okay. Okay. So that's where I'm going. Right.
Yeah, we
So if you
accept it.
embrace, so if you name
Yeah,
yourself
man.
something,
Mm-hmm.
then that it's acceptable to be called that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's acceptable to identify how you
Yeah,
wish
it
anyway. We've
is.
already went through that, right?
Oh, I wasn't on for the beginning.
No, 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 not here.
Y'all
But
went on.
before we talked
Oh,
about
you mean?
how
Okay. Good.
self-identification is a personal thing, right? But
Right.
people get
Okay.
caught up on race more than ethnicity. They just get caught up on race, right? Yeah, trying to
Right.
tell people who they are, because we're so stuck in that racialization. We're racializers when we try to tell people who they are.
Right. Okay. So that's where I'm going. So we'll take a term that we've used for ourselves and use it to empower ourselves, and then we just stick it on people in other places.
Yeah, because they look like us. Dang, my stomach won't stop. Yeah, because they tend to have
I
similar
heard
skin
that
color.
too,
So
Juju. I can hear that.
you can hear it. It's
Thought it
like,
was a tiger.
it
I say,
won't
the
stop.
hell's
I'm
going
just like,
on?
what's going on?
Uh,
That joker
so you,
loud. I was like, damn, that's
somebody tell Unc,
embarrassing.
somebody tell Unc to mute his ears. You hear that? Unc, you way
Nah,
over
it's
in
loud. I'm trying to
wherever
hold my
you at,
tummy.
Atlanta
I'm
So
somewhere.
trying to
let's
hold
get this straight though, Joel. It says the associated term is self-racialization. So what was the term before that we was using? It was actually using
happy holidays.
the constructs home centered leading to it's a fallacy of groupism and the
Mm,
process of
Right,
racial
fallacy of
dominance that
groupism.
has lasting harmful.
remember that, Joe.
So they was actually talking about remember Juju read that racialization. So the self-racialization is an associated term. An associated term is self-racialization, which
Mhm.
refers to the practice by the dominant group to justify and defend their dominant status or to deny
Mm.
its existence. Individually, self-racialization may not be consistent throughout one's lifetime. Yeah. Like you said, you don't want to use it, right? So there you go. You just
Yeah,
changed it
yeah,
up.
yeah. I don't
See?
I don't like me personally, y'all know how I am. I don't like black and white. Because white is supposed to signify that you dominant
Mm-hmm.
over me who's supposed to be black.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I don't know who you supposed to be dominating, but I'm an African American. The people who done fought from the time we hit these shores.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
me personally, I mean, I know some people like. I mean, I like black too. Because that's. But I like it for myself as a term of empowerment. Like I don't just go around calling everybody that I see with dark skin black. I wouldn't
That's
do
a
that. Now, if you're
racializer
African
then.
American, I'll call you that.
Yeah, people do that on a regular basis. That's the
Yeah.
ultimate.
Yeah, this is crazy to me.
I mean, once you get into the education of it, and none of us are afraid to understand who we are, and that's another game they play. They thought they do you like that. Somebody gonna
But
pop on
look,
here and gonna say that you
look,
don't want
check
to be
this
black
out though.
now.
What about the cultures that really do view being called black as a bad thing? Because in some cultures, black can signify death or evil.
Egypt
You know what I'm
Childs has
saying?
talked about that. Remember, yo, and they flim flam that out the way. Remember Jabari flim flam that whole thing?
Yep.
Of course, I could
See?
play the flim flam. They act like the lady didn't say what she said, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they. I mean, that's the game is played. That's why I'm saying they flim flamming because it's right there. Like, what are you talking about, man?
So you
You know
totally
what I
Yes,
mean?
disregard
culturally,
people who fail into their culture and down
culturally
on them by using them terms.
disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
No, I get
disrespect.
that.
That's the word.
All right, let me
I'm
get.
going on mute. I don't ran my
Are
mouth.
you gonna mute? Who is this Trigger, aka the Wolf? I don't know what that
The
is.
Wolverine, what up?
Wolverine. Trigger, aka the
What's up?
Wolverine.
What's going
What
on?
up,
Talk
This
to me.
Sabia.
What's up,
First
man?
off, great
Oh,
show.
yeah, that's Fabio.
No, who the hell you was?
Ah,
Bullshit.
okay, Trigger. Trigger
Oh,
finger. You got the trigger
Wolverine
finger.
is his Halloween character.
Nah, that's what I become when they get to talking that nonsense. I get to shredding
Yeah,
it.
he called himself that now. I
Oh,
forgot.
okay.
I
I
just
got
don't
you.
remember.
So yeah, I appreciate it how you showing how this whole concept of trying to attach other cultures to the continent of Africa is basically a pseudo way of or a religious way. You can look at it either way. You can look at it from the monogynous or the polygynous way. Either way, it's pseudo. It's a pseudo way of connecting the world up. And all this stuff about racialization was their way of explaining the world from their ignorance of the world when they came into contact of these new peoples. I'm talking about the indigenous people of the world that you were mentioning. I appreciate how you broke down, how y'all broke down the different pigmentations or skin tones of people and how that varies and why it varies. And people should pay attention to things like that so they can stop making these faulty connections.
We don't have to, do we?
No, we don't have to.
Not no more. Just don't have to, yo. That's real. And I also appreciate your contribution and make sure I'm gonna dive straight. You know what I mean? It was a transition to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate your contribution right there, bro.
No doubt. Because you helped me. Y'all helped me figure that stuff out by asking
It's back and
questions.
forth.
Right.
Go back and forth, yo. We science over here. King J, what's up? Talk to us. What's on your mind?
Hey, son, what's going on, family?
How you doing, brother? What's good with you?
Just chilling. Just chilling. We're here for it.
Still ain't figured you out. I was trying to figure.
It ain't
Bro,
nothing
I'm saying, are you saying they African or not? Or what you saying, King J?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I'm not too big on those terms myself. You know what I'm saying? I had a question for
Sure, the Tanzanians in a minute. Go
Fabio.
ahead.
Do you subscribe to phenotype?
I know he
No,
don't.
that's called lookership.
Yeah, that's a little shit.
Well, skull types wouldn't be liquorship. It would actually be some, cranial measurements and things of that nature. So it wouldn't be
And y'all
liquorship.
F
But
that up.
I'm just asking him, do he subscribe to it? So I have a further
No,
question. That's why I'm
he
building
doesn't.
off this. He doesn't.
No,
Do not.
skin don't make you something.
Is
No, not.
he's
I
talking about
said. No.
craniometry now. He moved
Sister
the
Queen.
goalpost.
I'm trying to have a dialogue real quick so I can get some understanding. My question was phenotype, not skin color.
So what do you? All right, let's hear what you're saying.
So
What do
my
you
So
so
that
my
say
would
so
be
so
your
my
blood.
for
question
yourself?
directly with my direct question would have been,
Mm-hmm.
what makes you black? Is it your skin color or your phenotype?
Nothing.
Oh,
Nothing
nothing.
makes you
Neither.
black.
White people.
Nothing.
White
Nothing.
people.
Nothing makes you black.
White people.
White people, yeah, that's
and
about it. White
colonized
people
African
and
Bingo.
Americans.
racism makes you
Bingo.
black.
Bingo. The
Yep.
system of racism and white
Yeah.
supremacy
Yeah,
made us
Right.
systematic
black.
racism, yo.
Makes you black.
Yeah,
Right.
you right
Remember
or
when I
wrong. You
brought
agree
up
with
the
that, King
juju
J?
earlier, though? Remember I brought up the juju earlier? Them Olmec heads, everybody swore.
War, yo. Watch
Yeah, but
this.
they
I
cherry
know when I
pick.
first looked at it, I was like, yo, that's some
Yeah,
rough
I
No,
was
stuff.
hooked.
Joe. They cherry
Huh?
pick the Olmec heads, though. They only show you the one that look
I
Yeah,
Negroid,
they
know.
only
quote
show you
unquote.
the one. Yeah, they don't
Okay,
show
they
you
Right.
never
all of
show
them.
you the whole lineup.
Hell
Because if you
no.
saw the other ones,
They show you
you would
what, 3 or 4 of
question
Yeah,
them?
it.
yeah, they send you two of them. Send you
They
two
send
of
you
them.
two. Yeah, and there's like 17, 20 of them, something like that. So,
But that's what that's what phenotype will get you though. That's what phenotype will get you. It'll make you mess it up.
Get you
yeah,
messed up.
King
But
J,
go
get
ahead,
off
King
that
J.
craniometry because you messing that up.
Go ahead, King J.
Questions
What you
why.
saying, King J? You agree
No,
or disagree with that?
I'm listening and I'm pondering. I'm processing the information. So that's
If
all I
you
can
don't
do.
agree with
That's
the
all I can
Association
I
do.
got
of
one for King J. I
American
got
No,
one
no.
for
How
King
long
J,
was you on,
y'all.
King J? Hold on. How long
Because
was you on, King J? Hold on, real
because
quick.
basically you're saying there's just one human race. Basically,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
yes,
Charles Darwin. Absolutely.
Yeah.
How long was you here, though, King J?
he wasn't
I
here
just
From the
long.
jumped on.
beginning?
I just jumped on.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Go back to the rewind. Yeah, yeah. You don't
Yeah,
want to dive out the window right now. Yo, take your
yeah.
time, yo.
I didn't see
But I
the
got a good one though.
The
Yeah, go ahead.
American Anthropological Association, like we got source on source for you. So if you're not agreeing with them, I don't know what to
Yeah,
tell you.
you just making up your own thing. I ain't
You
gonna think you. I
making it
don't
up.
think you gonna disagree with that though. Yo, he can't. Ain't
I
no
got a
getting
good one.
around it. Go ahead.
I got a
so
good
what
one for everybody.
so white people
Listen,
Basically,
King
it's
J.
the
are
weakest
King
link.
J gonna like this one, y'all.
So
Wait a
white
minute,
people.
Basically,
King
What?
it's
J
the
gonna like this
weakest
one.
link.
What?
Wait, King J, I got one you gonna like.
I'm
I
Go
right
said
ahead.
here.
they
Go,
see
So
you
white
as
people
the
though.
weakest link,
everybody,
Juju.
hold on, wait a minute, y'all. Everybody remember that dude that wanted to turn the Sentinelese into Christians? Y'all remember that guy that went
The
over
one
there
that
with the
got
boat
My
chased
boy
to
and
John
get
did a
him?
Allen
steroid?
Chow.
Mhm,
John Allen Chow.
mhm,
Yeah. Have y'all seen the Sentinelese?
Yeah, they look blacker than a mofo.
They,
mhm,
Are they
yep.
King J? Did you
mhm.
see their phenotype? Are they African?
I don't like that word African because that so
Are
before
they
the
are they
word
black?
so Africa black and Africa are synonymous to me.
No,
They're
they
not.
not. They not.
Okay,
They
no, no,
great.
no. Let them have that. Wait a second.
Nah, you can't have it.
What,
No, hold on. What
wait,
you say,
stop
King?
it.
No, 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 no,
Let
no.
me
What you say,
try
King
to
J?
talk. All right,
I know.
go
What
ahead.
did he say though?
Let me mute.
Because I want to make sense
No,
with
what did
King
he
J.
say though? Y'all don't keep going
I
on.
said
He said the
I said
black and what?
in
Go ahead.
Africa, the continent of Africa and the word black are synonymous to me.
You
Right,
say they're
right,
not,
right. So
They are not.
right?
no, he's saying that they are. They are.
No,
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 If you
no,
say,
I know.
no,
I
no, he not.
said they are not
Yeah, we agree.
oh
synonymous.
really?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
we
so
all
what's
agree.
black then? What's black then?
We agree with you, King J. Keep moving.
Yeah, I'm.
Hold on, wait a minute. I need
Where
to
were you
I
going?
need to
Where were you
know
going with this? You
what's
were asking
black
questions.
then. What's black? So I need you to define for me. What did you view as black? Like, because you asked about phenotype. So
Yeah,
that's why I thought you were
I
saying.
asked the brother. I asked was black to him skin color or phenotype? It's either or, and
Oh,
so yeah, that was the question.
oh,
Skin
so you
color
don't feel
is
like it's either one of
phenotype
them.
though.
Yeah, skin color is a
His
phenotype.
Yeah, what
phenotype.
are you talking
That's
about,
why
man?
you silly
Well,
as hell.
well, well.
Silly as
No, it's
hell.
not. Skin
You
color is not a
silly as
skin.
Hey, let's
hell.
Skin
keep it
color is a
Phenotype,
organized, bro.
sir.
Let's
skin
keep it.
color is a skin color. So
It's
when
a
I say
Let's keep it
pheno,
on a
phenotype.
so
phenotype.
It's
when
a
I'm talking
physical.
about
Wait a
phenotype,
minute, King J.
I'm talking
Wait a
about
minute.
clothes type,
Skin color is a
nose
physical
width.
characteristic, which is a
Yeah,
phenotype,
yeah.
sir.
Come on, yo.
What are you doing? You
What do you
can't
mean when
make this as
what do
you
you mean
go.
what I'm doing? There's
These
a
are
difference.
defined. These are
Colors
defined
are
terms.
Yeah, you doing your own thing.
it's not a scientifically, you're not gonna look at it, it's gonna say color, skin color is a phenotype. That's not what it's gonna say. It's gonna talk about cranial width, it's gonna talk about nasal width, it's gonna talk about lips, it's gonna talk about those things. For one, you can't even look at a skeleton and determine uh, ethnicity by a skeleton. That's for one.
You can't determine any by phenotype
So you
though.
agree then. So you say you
You
agree.
won't
Nah,
you
man,
won't
I
be
don't
able
like
to
talking
unless you do
fast.
genetic, but you just
I
like
don't like accent.
I just
you
was.
just did
No,
some pseudo judo, buddy.
I
Yeah,
just
why
Skin,
was.
would you do
skin
that?
color is a phenotype.
Yeah, yeah. Why would you do that, bro? You know, come on,
Skin
man.
color is not a phenotype.
It
It
says
is.
so
say it. All right.
we
Oh
still
no,
No, it's
no,
should
not.
no,
get
no,
King
no,
J
no.
that.
We don't gotta
King J
argue.
might can help me though,
Because
y'all. I still need
how
King
is skin
J.
color a phenotype? So what color is
Hold on,
black?
hold on, hold on, hold on,
Responsive
hold
to?
on, hold on, real quick. Skin color variation is one of the most striking examples of human phenotypic diversity. Go lay your
Oh
Mhm.
damn, damn.
Phenotypic diversity. That's not a phenotype. Hold on, let me pull up what a phenotype is. This is I can
You
skin
prove
gotta
it to
say
you.
that,
Go,
yo.
King J.
You
skin
know what I'm
color
saying?
I
variation.
know you didn't get up on this panel to argue that.
Yeah, come on, yo.
Skin
We
color
can't do that.
variation is one of the most striking examples of human
Phenotype.
phenotypic
Yeah, come on.
diversity.
Yeah,
Phenotype.
So
melanin is definitely a
Phenotypic
phenotype.
let
means
me
phenotype.
right.
Float
So
me, flow poke.
the
It's
whole
right
point of the
there.
show
Go
is
ahead,
to
Juju. Read
not
it.
rely on
Your
your
eyes.
skin phenotype to
Your eyes
um
in general.
determines
Razi,
on what a
son.
group of people
Go ahead,
are,
Juju. Go ahead,
like
read that,
most
Juju.
people do. Oh, they got to be black, so they're African, or
Go
they
ahead,
got to be
Juju.
related. We all around the world. That's looker shit.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Yes,
Juju.
skin color is considered a phenotype. A phenotype
So let's look at
encompasses all
so let's look at
observable.
so we can
Let
look at
me
somebody
No,
read.
bro, you
and
cannot
tell
talk
their
through.
race.
Hold on.
Bro,
Whoa. Everybody stop. This is what we're not going to do on
But
this
it doesn't
show.
make sense.
It doesn't make sense for you to talk through the source is what doesn't make sense, King J. That absolutely doesn't make sense. It infuriates me. It puts me in a space, drops me back to a year ago
he trying to change,
when I
so he
act
comes
crazy.
back
I don't
to
want to
that
act
side.
crazy. Don't make me. Come on, King J. Let's just read through the
Don't make
source,
him
bro.
cut you out.
You
No,
know we agree with a lot, yo. Can we read through the source? And you just got to come to grips with you just wrong.
yeah, you
So go
wrong.
ahead, Juju. It say what?
Yes, skin color is considered a phenotype.
Thank you.
A phenotype encompasses all observable characteristics of an organism,
Mm,
such as physical traits,
mm.
behaviors, and physiological properties. Skin color is a visible trait resulting from the interaction between an individual's genetic makeup, genotype, and environmental influences, which we discuss mostly through the show. So go catch the beginning. Yeah. Genetically, skin color is primarily determined by the type and amount of melanin produced in the skin, which is influenced by multiple genes. Environmental factors such as exposure to ultraviolet UV radiation can also affect melanin production and
Mhm.
consequently skin color. Therefore, skin color exemplifies how both genetic and environmental factors contribute to an individual's phenotype.
Read the sources. We got what? Skin color
The Human Origin
variation.
Skin Color Variation,
What else we got? What else
2024.
we got? We got
Skin Color Springer Link, 2023.
what?
Adaption of human skin color in various populations.
Mm.
Global Skin Color Prediction from DNA, Human Genetics, Springer. Understanding Variation in Human Skin Color. Biointeractive, Genetics of Skin Color Variation in Europeans, Genome Wide, Springer, Human Skin Color is influenced by an intergenetic DNA poly
Cut you
something.
off.
What's
Keep
that?
going. Human skin color.
Polymorphism. Human
Human
Skin
skin
Color,
color.
Wikipedia.
Wow. We can just keep
Wiley
going.
on
Look, you got to meet Penn. Look.
Penn
We
State University, Evolution of
Yeah.
Skin
What
Color.
controls various skin color? Applause. Like, oh, what do you like? Okay, so King J just said, yo, you got that wrong. That's okay. We get a lot of stuff wrong. So you admit, so we don't got to argue that, correct? Right?
Thank you
No,
for
we don't have
that.
to argue that point,
All right,
but can
thank
I
you, brother.
respond now?
No, don't
Now
say
can I
but. I
respond?
don't say but. Just say we don't got to
Yeah,
argue that. You
we don't
miss.
have to argue
Just
that point. We don't have
so
to
we.
argue that.
All right,
We
so
don't
we
have to
just
argue
learned
that.
something.
I stand corrected on that point.
Appreciate you, bro. So how much did
But
you mess up after
so
that? How many years did I'm playing with you?
that don't, no.
I'm
So what
playing.
about what I want to say is this.
Uh-huh.
So that falls under the critical race theory, correct?
What?
No.
What
I don't know what
Mm-mm.
you're
phenotype?
talking about, man.
Color,
No.
skin color being a phenotype is under the critical race theory.
No, man. Them folks mess critical race theory up.
Did they?
It falls under a social construct.
Did they?
Yeah.
Peace to the chat. How's everybody doing?
How
Good.
you doing, bro?
What up,
Yes.
Desmo?
Brother Ty. Hey Joey. So how else will we be able to separate you Negroes from everybody else if we don't call you black?
Man, hit me with
Our
you Negroes.
culture.
I'm an African American, man. I
Our
don't know what you're talking about.
culture.
Did he just jump
The
in?
culture.
My people's been on this joint since 1690, well,
Wait a
1525.
minute. Did he jump in here with a bow and arrow and shoot
Yeah,
at
he
somebody?
shot. He missed though. I grabbed it off the
Yeah,
air
a
and threw it to the damn
toothpick
liquor
and a
store.
rubber band. He had a toothpick and a rubber band.
What's up, Shazmo? How you doing, bro? You
What?
Man,
funny. I
that
don't
was
know
a
what.
bottle
I
cap.
caught his
That was a
arrow in the
bottle
air
cap
off the
gun.
damn
Y'all came and
liquor
we did
store.
like this. Doosh.
He
Gotcha.
had a bottle cap shooter.
That's funny, yo. Go ahead, though,
Hey,
man.
but check this out, man.
Magi
I'm an African American,
arrow.
dude. Proud
Yeah, he
too.
having, he
Proud.
having fun.
Magi arrow
Wow.
straight to the
Wow.
dome, Joey. So how would you separate yourself if we don't separate you by color? What's going on here?
Everybody know me, man. I listen to how I talk. I
We know you
dance,
black.
dress, eat.
Yeah.
My lingo, my whole culture is right here, man. My whole ethnicity is right here on North America, son.
Black and proud.
Right.
Black and proud African American boy. Go
Okay.
hard. Put the fist in the air with a big
You
bush
got your
and
pink,
all black.
green, red,
No,
black,
I
and
mean
green.
I don't rock like nobody else. You know me
All
as an
right.
African
All
American.
right.
It's unmistakable.
You ain't no African American. You a black man.
A misnomer.
Cut it out.
Okay.
You can't pimp no African American. You can pimp blackness though.
Hey, check this out. You know I'm from BMO, right? Hey, what was the name of the
What part of
newspaper that
BMO you
came out?
from?
Wait a minute. What was the name of the newspaper that came out in
Baltimore
1835?
Sun. What?
He said Baltimore Sun.
You ain't from Fulton
Afro-American
Avenue.
son. You don't know nothing about no BMO.
You crazy.
We've been African
So that
Americans since
you ain't
the
from Federal
in
and
this joint.
Bond.
What?
You
Say that again?
that's why you don't know nothing about blackness. You probably lived out there in Dundalk somewhere. You know.
That's cool. That's cool. I'm from Walbrook Junction, man. You don't know nothing about nowhere. I'm a Northwest Baltimorean, man.
Hold
Okay.
on, John Nix. I need you to hit that link so you could tell them how the Hebrew voodoo prince
So,
crashed out on me the
what
other
was your
day.
point, though? What was your point? I'm just trying to show everybody that you can't look at this. You
Okay.
can look at the sitting lease and you're gonna swear they the same as like the daggone Aboriginals down in Australia.
But you want to know what's crazy, Joe?
No, because
And
there's
you're gonna
that
mess it up. You're just gonna
there's
mess it
that
Joe,
up with your
Stolen
eyes.
DNA.
Joe, you
Uh-oh.
want to know what? You want to know what's crazy? Is
He's
they
still there?
migrated out of Africa
Don't mess that up.
65,000 years, 35 to 65,000 years ago. They've been on that app. And so, what were they before they migrated out of Africa?
Everybody migrated out of Africa.
Yeah,
Billy
They
but
was
Graham.
it was
yeah,
65,000 years
Aboriginal.
ago.
So
Some
everybody got
people
black blood.
say
It was 65,000 years ago.
Black blood.
So,
no, everybody does not have black blood.
You got black blood.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
How is everybody from one
My
human?
blood
Got
was
blue
My
red,
blood
blood.
man.
is
Making
My
sense.
I
red.
got
You
cut a
got
couple of
blue
days
blood?
ago.
It's
the reason
before
I
it hits
brought that up,
oxygen, it is.
Oh, yeah, you a
the
blue.
reason I brought that up is because their phenotype and genotype developed on those islands where they've been for the last.
We don't subscribe to phenotype. We just
Exactly.
Super
subscribe to
crazy from
No, we
this.
So
don't.
look,
We don't
so no,
subscribe to it.
he rocking, y'all. So their phenotype is
So
based on
why
the
is you
environment.
doing
Is that
this?
what you're saying?
Yeah.
Hold on, let's look at. There we go. So we all agree with that. Your phenotype is going to be based on where you are for how long it's going to develop in a
We just had
population.
a 30-minute argument about there is no phenotype.
Hold on. How you gonna say there's no feel?
No, we did
Y'all
not have
Nobody
a
said
y'all
that.
talk
He
They
about
messed
just
it up.
argue me. They
about
just
there's
argue
no
me down to death
phenotype.
about
y'all
phenotype.
talk
King
about animals,
J
Crazy.
lions,
assumed there's no
Nobody
such
said
thing as
that.
tigers,
phenotype. Skin
Yeah.
color
giraffes.
is not a
Hey,
phenotype.
King J, why would you do that, King J?
Then they just said
Hey, it's
neither.
King J
He
now.
said
Hey, King
because
J.
they
King
said
J, can
the
you
color
stop?
because they said skin color nor phenotype made you black.
Who?
Oh, well,
That was the first
what makes
question.
a
That was
tiger?
the first question. Your
You said
phenotype
what?
nor your skin color made you
King J
black. Neither
all over
one.
the
It was
place.
neither.
No, I told you. I said white people made you black. I know you heard what I
Right.
said.
He
The
definitely
white
said
people
that.
Exactly. So
married
The
white
black
chat
women.
people.
is
So what
roasting
does that
y'all.
mean? That means that
King
human
J,
beings
you getting
constructed.
roasted in the chat, and you Shazmo. Y'all need to
Hold
get
on,
it
Juju.
right.
Let me ask you this: Did white
Don't ask
people?
me no crazy dumb questions. I ain't got time for it.
Right. No more dumb questions.
Don't do
Now
that.
we got bad juju.
Ask somebody else.
Did white people name bears
Ask
black
somebody.
babies?
Ask
King
Chat
J.
GPT. Ask Chat GPT and see what it tell you.
Y'all,
Let me
that's y'all
let me
favorite. Y'all go to
What up,
ChatGPT.
Fine Tang?
go ahead, Quinn. Let me read something real quick. It says some 19th century scientists like Harvard's Louis
No.
Agassiz
You can't do that. What are you
were
reading?
I can't
No,
read.
We
What
don't
you
do
reading
that.
from?
He
I
reading
You
can't
gotta
from.
read a
tell us what
source.
you're
It's
reading
from
Yeah,
from.
you can put it in the back so we can see it. We
Harvard.
don't trust
Yeah,
you.
we don't
It's
do that
from
over here.
He gonna mess it up
it's
anyway.
from
Let him read
Harvard.
it.
Let me read it. Yeah, they like he's scared. It's from Harvard University.
Boy,
I know. Can you
bye.
put it in
We
the
don't
back
want
though,
no
yo?
pseudo
I would
crypto
definitely
going
put it in the
on.
back chat. I'm copying
Can
the
you put
link
it there
right
so we can read
now.
along with you?
Yeah, this is
I'm gonna
sorcerer.
put
Shut
it.
up.
Yeah,
Come
but you
on.
can't talk over me, Queen. Learn have some
We're not
decor. What are you
trying. We're
talking
saying
about?
put it in the back so we can
Nigga,
get
I
to it,
will
and
put
then we
you in
do
the
But
it.
did
back.
y'all
In a
Yes,
vote?
minute. Keep
yes.
up.
Put it
I'm
in
putting
the
put it in the
back.
back. I'm putting it in the back
I
check.
know. Put it there before you read it. We don't want you to
Okay.
pollute the ears of the listeners. We want you to put
Okay.
it in
I
there,
got you. I'm gonna
and
put
then
it
we
in the
can
back
read it
for
together like
you.
intelligent people do. We want the audience to see it.
Don't yeah. We can do on here and do that.
You can mess
But
it
let
up.
me
But
do
I
it.
tell you what y'all do see on this damn screen, according
But
to
it's from
classical scholar
there you
Frank
go.
Snowden. Oh,
So
here you
let's
go.
back then. All right. So some 19th century scientists like Harvard's Louis Agassiz were proponents of polygenesis,
Oh, it's my
which
favorite right here.
which exactly was posited that human races were different, distinct species. This
Mhm.
theory was supported by pseudoscientific methods
What I
like
just say
like
earlier
Yeah.
like
about that
Yeah.
pseudoscience,
like
polygenesis,
Let him
and
finish. Let
monogenous
him
shit.
finish. Don't speak over him.
I can never talk. Like craniometry, the
Mm-hmm.
measurement of human skulls,
Mm-hmm.
which supposedly proved that white people were biologically superior to black.
Mm-hmm.
Early statistical, do we support for phenotypes or not? So early
Well, hold on. Are
statistical
you
health,
serious? Where you
That-
at? Where you
early
at? Where you at on here? Where you at?
at the beginning.
Damn.
I'm
Right
at the
here?
beginning. I'm at the
No.
beginning. Early statistical health data was weaponized against Black Americans in the late 1800s,
That's the
as it
part.
as it was used to claim they were predisposed to disease and destined for extinction.
Okay.
By the early to mid 20th century, polygenism and
Okay.
biology-based racism were widely
You know what
disputed.
that is, right? Polygenism. You know what that mean, right?
Yeah.
What it
Poly.
mean?
While
What it
two,
mean? What it
while
mean in this context?
poly means two in the gene in biology,
Huh?
racism part.
Nah, hell
The
no. It
two
just
white
means
and
more than
What?
white
one
and black.
origin.
You don't get your
What?
Nah,
The
let me
two,
chill
the
out.
two,
I
Don't
ain't mean to
mess
give
it
you
up. Come
my
on,
fault, yo.
how you
Hold on, bro.
the two.
I ain't mean. Hold on. I ain't mean to laugh at you like that. No, that's that the poly. They just talking about like more
Two
than one
origins.
origin.
The two,
Yeah. All right, but go ahead.
Two
Ain't got nothing to do with the
origins.
James. But go ahead though, because that was the argument.
the two distinct genes. Okay. Um, in racial and
Ain't got nothing
had
to do with
began.
genes, man. Nothing to
Has
do with the
nothing to do
genes,
with
bro.
genes. It means two origins of human
Two origins of
evolution.
humankind, yo.
That's what it
And
means.
where do people
Hey,
work
Let
from
me read
hey,
the
genetics? But
article.
okay, let's go
Let me
So,
read
ahead.
the
hold
article.
on, hold on. Let me teach you something.
What
Let me
Hold
teach
on,
you
everybody,
something.
what
stop. We don't hold on, stop. We can look it up. Look,
I'm.
polygenism
But let me. Can I
is
finish reading?
hold on. We looking up the word, bro. We take our time over here. Is
No,
the
because you're not
theory
reading
of
the.
human origins which posits the view that the human races are of different origins. That's what it is.
Mhm,
Remember,
I just
Charles
said.
Darwin was a
mhm,
monogenesis.
mhm,
Okay, that's all. That's what it means. Let's keep going. Not
mhm.
trying to laugh. I'm just fun. But go ahead, because I
No,
want to
no.
let you know this is one of our sources we use all the time. But go ahead. We
Go
agree
ahead.
with it. Go ahead.
While
Go ahead, bro.
pseudoscientific intelligence testing claim the mental
Mm-hmm.
superiority of white people, these flawed-based studies fail to account for political and social factors such as poor housing, poverty, lack of healthcare, virulent racial oppression, but they provided so-called evidence needed to fuel systematic forms of anti-black racism,
Mm-hmm.
like segregation, and for many Americans looking for objective reasons to justify racist beliefs and behaviors. Studies like these were more than enough. So when we're the brothers here are
Why don't you just
subscribing
finish?
to,
Why don't you just finish it? You
he
got
just
okay,
one
let
more.
okay,
him
go
finish.
ahead.
Just finish it.
Contemporary scientific consensus agrees that race has no biological basis, but scientific racism still exists.
There you go.
While
So what are you
that's
saying? What are
that's
you
all
trying
I'm
to
saying.
prove with this?
That's all I'm saying. But what I'm saying is
So
I
you
like that.
must think you on the
why are the
Magi
brothers
show or
why
something. You must
no
think you on
why
some. You at the
no
Now wait a
scientific
minute.
literate
no
show.
I'm
And I,
saying why so I'm
Yo,
saying
you're
why
on the
are you
scientific literate show, King
yeah
J.
I know so I'm saying why
but
are
he
So
the
how
bringing
can
brothers
we
on
it up.
that
both agree
panel
with this source? What are we fighting over? You
why
think you in the you've been in the wrong? Yo,
I'm
trust
telling
me.
go ahead. I'm trying to tell you why what I'm reading the source for it. Because
Why
the
you
brothers on
reading?
the pan
You should
because the
finish
brothers on the
the
panel
book.
were holding up for a phenotype. You're
No, we
supporting
ain't holding
phenotype.
it
Need
up.
to
Hold
Just
on.
finish.
holding up
Let
the
me
word
hold
pheno.
on. Let me
This
finish.
You're
nigga
saying the
retarded.
brother we can rewind the show. The brothers
No,
just sit here
rewind.
and said that what
Rewind.
made people
Listen.
black was
Listen.
what?
Listen. No, check us out.
What makes you black?
Yo,
This is
Shazmo, don't. Hey,
No, we
Shazmo.
didn't say
God.
Hey,
that at
Shazmo,
all,
What
relax.
Shazzy.
makes you black, Shazmoon?
I
he just
told
White
you.
white
That's shit.
people.
Hold on. Whoa.
You
We
gonna
need to do
use a
this.
pseudo
No,
to say
everybody
what
stop.
you're
No,
What makes
everybody stop. Everybody stop. I want to do this. I want to make sure there's a clear separation from those who are part of the scientifically literate community and those who play with cowboys and Indians and magi bulls.
right.
There's a different scope on this panel here, bro.
I know where
elementary.
Trust
I'm at.
me.
I know where
Shazmo
I'm
gonna
at.
say something different.
I know where I'm
I
at.
don't have nothing to do with what Shazmo about to say.
Mad.
So
Yep.
like,
Okay,
I know what
King J, are
I
you
know where I'm
listening to
at.
me right now? King J, are you
Uh,
listening to me right now?
I know where
I'm a
I'm at.
scientifically literate person and I play by the rules. I have no work on my own.
here
I
we
go
go.
by the science and the consensus, bro.
Me
Same
too.
with Juju, same with Joel, and same with Bully Slayer.
Me
That's it,
too.
bro.
All
So,
right.
so you brought me a source that we all agree with.
What?
You did okay.
Well, let me
But
explain
listen,
something.
but I'm saying
So
the
don't talk to
conversation.
Shazmu right now. Talk to
Hey,
him.
okay,
Talk
for
to
sure.
me. Talk to
Yeah,
me.
talk to him. All right,
So
there you go. Go ahead, Shazmu. Y'all can have it.
So
Eddie, check this
Shazmu,
out.
Guau, they
based
crashing
upon
out, Guau.
No, ain't nobody crashing out. Check this
Y'all
out.
crashing out bad.
so
Let him
Shazmu,
crash out.
based upon what I just showed that phenotype was racism. We just showed that skin color was a part of that.
Oh,
So
so I see what you're doing.
when I
Nope,
asked you
you
what
gotta stop right there. I
False
gotta stop you.
equivalency.
I gotta stop you right there.
False equivalency.
Yeah, no. Hey, Juju, we never said that phenotype was racism.
Okay.
We said the
Yeah.
pseudoscientific
I was
use
about
of it was racism.
Racist.
Okay.
You get the difference, bro?
Yes.
King J, you get it?
He didn't get that.
Shoo! It went over your
He
head.
didn't get that. That's what I was about to tell him. I was about
I
to
don't
tell
see any different. I
Went
don't
over
see
his head
any
like a
different.
high
Eddie,
altitude
listen.
ball.
So you saying that they were correct with the data.
No, you made that up.
Now
The
you made
data
it
is
up. Why you doing
correct.
that, King J? King J,
What
why you
data?
doing that, King J?
No,
King J, we
because
can do it slow.
Data.
Let's do it slow.
hey,
Let me
all I'm
do it
saying
too.
is that don't oppose
One at a
He
time.
phenotype
is
Good,
slow.
in
you
the
talk to him.
conversation.
And
Talk to
I'm
him.
being nice. He is slow.
No, you don't gotta do all that. We don't gotta do all that. He don't mean no harm.
Sources though.
I just wanted him to finish reading
He
his
did.
entire source. No, he didn't. He missed the last line.
He read it, didn't he?
No, he didn't. Because I was
was it?
reading it along with him.
Go
You could
ahead.
have finished it for me, Queen.
Nah,
did
you
he?
told me to shut up. Whatever.
Who did?
I would never tell you to shut up, Queen. I don't talk to women like that. I would never say shut up.
Yeah.
I don't talk to women like I'm not. I wouldn't disrespect you like that.
Uncle
We
So
all
no.
been
Austin.
talking over you, but I'm the only one you told to be quiet. So
Oh
Nah.
man.
Ah, see.
Yeah.
I'm about to tell him to be quiet.
No, we not. We
Look.
good right here. We're not gonna
kinetic
play.
energy in this
Hey,
All
Jay.
black
Deal
men.
with the information.
AJ, I just explained to you how there is a thing called phenotype, yo.
Yes.
Okay. The racism part is to put everybody into their own separate thing and act like it makes a distinct race.
How they used it.
How they use it was pseudoscientific, bro. You don't get that? Because people do have brown skin. People who have dark, people do got big noses like me, and people do got narrow lips like me.
Yeah.
It's part of my phenotype. But to put that phenotype in one position and say, yeah, they name black people, that's the racism. It's pseudoscientific because
The
I just showed.
racism is the invention.
Let me finish. We just read articles showing people with big noses and having no connection to Africa.
Right.
The
But
Olmecs have no connection to Africa.
Right.
But the damn, I can show you the one they look like a Negro, what they said a Negro was. And they said that that's what black people look like. That was the craziest thing ever, bro. So there is a such thing as phenotype. You cannot say it's not. It's the misuse of it. Do you get that?
right.
Come on, King J.
I don't know.
Nah, he don't get
I
it.
ain't
He's
stunt you
being
like that, did
facetious.
I?
If he got it.
That right was facetious, dog. I'm gonna let you
No,
know that
I
right
don't.
was facetious.
I don't
That right
because
was facetious as hell.
the
That right
creation
was
is.
facetious.
Are you going to let me talk? Or are you going to talk? Go
I'm
ahead.
not talking good.
I thought we actually just talked about it.
We having a conversation.
The creation itself of white and black is what. So you're not black.
Yes. Right.
You're not white. They're not white.
That's
No, they're
And they
not.
don't-
They're
and
not
they-
white.
and they
That
don't-
was created in 1700s.
Okay,
No, they're not.
that's that point.
Yeah, they're
So
not white. There's no
they're
white
not.
people. They're not.
the creation of race.
They created that. Do you want me to
That's what
pull
we're
it up?
talking about.
No.
So now we're retaking the word like Black Power. We're taking it and re-identifying with it.
No.
Huh?
Told
I
you.
ain't doing nothing
We're
with
taking
I
it
ain't doing
like
We
the
nothing.
word
named
nigga.
ourselves that, man. Why you want to try to mess with our culture?
Because
We
we said
named ourselves.
we just said in 1700 they invented white and black.
They did.
No. No.
They
They
did.
invented,
We just said that.
they
Right.
invented the racism of using the colors.
They
No, I got the
invented
source.
white
We don't
and
gotta
black.
fight it. Here we go. We just showed on the source. We don't gotta fight. We have an intelligent conversation around here. It's
To
right
my
here. Hold
understanding,
on.
to
The
my
script.
go
Hey,
ahead.
Juju, you want to read that? Here you go.
White is a racialized classification of people generally used for those of mostly European ancestry. It is also a skin color specifier, although the definition can vary depending on context, nationality, ethnicity, and point of view. Description of populations as white in reference to their skin color is occasionally found in Greco-Roman ethnography, ethnography, and other ancient or medieval sources. But these societies did not have a notion of a white race or a pan-European identity. The term white race or white people, defined by their skin, light skin, among other physical characteristics, entered the major European language in the later 17th century, when the concept of a unified white achieved greater acceptance in Europe in the context of racialized slavery and social status in the European colonies.
Thank you for being fair,
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
now
be fair.
let me get this in.
I'm gonna read the scholarship.
Hold on one second. So,
Scholarship,
oh, you
keep going.
oh, go ahead.
Scholarship on race distinguishes the modern concept from pre-modern descriptions, which focused on physical complexion rather than the idea of race. Prior to the modern era, no European peoples regarded themselves as white, but rather defined their race in terms of the region, ancestry, ethnicity, or
Reli-
nationality.
reli-
That's the magic.
reli-
There you go.
Religion.
Can y'all
Now,
wait
let's
till I
get back to
finish?
that right there, what she just read. Let's get back to that. Identify yourself based on your reason, ethnicity, and where you come from, your
That's what
culture.
the magi stand on.
They just made it up, brother. We just read it. They just made up the word.
Did he just say the Magi stand on
That's what
what?
the
Yeah, yo,
magi
you.
stand on.
I
Nah,
thought the
you're
Magi,
lying.
I thought that
Because I
Magi
was
said the
getting ready to
Egyptians was
say.
black.
That's
Hold up, wait a
because I
minute,
was.
y'all. I could
Egyptians
have said,
called themselves the Remich and
I
other
was getting
things,
ready to
not
say.
black.
yeah, I don't hear the Magi say what
They
they
call
called
themselves
themselves.
Kemet.
They said they was black.
I was
Yeah.
getting ready to say there was there is evidence prior to the Romans and the Greeks creating. Do you know that they had words like dashret mean red, chem meaning black.
Man, you gotta
Yeah.
stop, yo.
Yeah,
I remember that
that
guy Jonathan
As
Winterman burnt the
descriptors for
Magi arguing
meaning
things,
on
green,
that
not to
Deseret joint.
classify
purple,
people. We're not doing that, Shazmoon. We're
white.
not. Y'all can go over there to your other
What
channel
are you
and do
talking
that.
about?
We're
How
not
you
doing
gonna know? How
none
you
of
gonna
that
know?
vitamin
A
scholarship
Well,
over
black
hold
here.
up, Gigi. Let me talk to
We're
the
not doing
Bitterman.
no
Let me talk.
vitamin scholarship over here, bro. Y'all keep that vitamin
Let
scholarship
me
to
talk to the
Hold on,
yourself.
who
Bitterman.
show is this?
Not the bitter
Hey,
one.
Shazmoo, she said the Bitterman scholarship. Now
I
I
that's
know,
hear,
funny.
yeah. Let me
I
talk
hear,
to the
Now
Bitterman.
that was completely.
No.
Hold on.
her.
Hold
Hey,
on.
Shazmoo. Hey,
Hold on.
Shazmoo.
That was completely
I know
hilarious.
for a fact
Joey.
that when that man Smash, who be rapping, he talk about fights over Egypt. He don't never use no words that they call themselves.
No, he's
Everything's
absolutely.
black. Everything's black Egypt.
You have to
Yes.
ask
Matter
that
of
man.
fact, he got a
You have
song
to ask
dedicated to
that
a
man.
black
You have
Egypt.
to
That's my
ask that
jam.
man.
That black Egypt. That's my joint.
You have to ask that man.
No
He did
vitamin
a whole
music
song.
either. No
He did
vitamin
a
music
whole
allowed. Nope.
song.
No
No,
vitamin
you
He,
can't.
scholarship
he did
Bitterman
a
music.
shit.
whole
We are
song.
not
Hold
doing
up, but
that.
wait a minute. Hey, Shizmu. He did a whole song off of Black Egypt. I don't never hear him talk about no names of them peoples. So you're wrong.
You
He,
don't.
he, he he is definitely using that a racialized identifier and not the names
Basal
of them.
Marusians, and you don't never hear nobody speak about nothing. No science.
Oh,
All right,
he got
man.
a Basil Berusa song. Hey,
No,
hey,
not a song. You capping that he's a rapper?
no, I'm just saying that's his whole gig. It's Black Egypt.
Mm-hmm. You,
You saying I'm wrong?
he's written books on the subject. He sung songs on the subject. 'Cause he's a rapper. You know,
Oh,
he
the
reads
book
the
that debunked himself.
he reads the Meta
He got a
Netril,
book.
y'all call the
He got a
highway.
book that
But
showed
that
himself.
but that's totally different. He and that's in regards to the contrast of the soil and the people calling themselves black,
I
not
mean,
to
like Unc,
white
he
people and
studies
white and black people.
archaeology. Unc studies the paleontology. Uh, he studies the migrations. I mean,
Who?
what's
Who
Who?
does?
you
Who? Oh yeah, I do.
I'm just kind of all
Oh,
around
oh,
fellow.
what's
Hmm.
the difference? I mean, everybody's got their own lane, doing
And
their
the
own.
Green
Yeah.
Sahara, y'all messed that up.
Oh, the
See
Green
the Green
Sahara is
Sahara over here.
the
Y'all
Green
don't
Sahara.
even incorporate that. Y'all just skipped all over that.
Well, the
Mm.
DNA shows
We
and
gotta
Y'all skipped
incorporate the
all over
Grand
that.
Sahara.
shows that we know the actually the Sahel and the Green Sahara is bringing everybody in.
That's the not reply reason. But hey,
Bring
Who
I'm
said
mad. I'm
they
where
mad.
y'all need to be.
but
I'm mad. I
trust me,
missed that
the
Miranda
original
Day
population
show you
got
had the other day.
displaced.
Oh,
So
did
which
you?
one is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna pick back up. You know, it's every Sunday. Yo, you should
it's
pop
off
on.
the three the hard way.
No,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
pop
Read the
on.
hard way,
all Egypt,
correct,
all day, every day.
TJ.
No, y'all doing fine with
Sundays when
$40
Gozy and
on that.
Gullah and
Man,
God Killer boy bring it to ya.
on
Yes,
Sunday.
sir.
Yeah, on
Yeah,
Sunday, yo.
boy. Better
You
come with some
jumped in, you
They getting it
forgot.
scripture.
right.
You must
They
have
getting
forgot.
it right. They bringing it to.
I like those conversations.
They be running from that show. It's too scholarly. They be running from
Yeah,
that
they
show.
run from it, Joe.
You ain't even never listened to none of those shows, Joe. Go ahead, go ahead and try.
Cause I don't know
One
that
Sunday.
information right there.
What
I
was the
ain't putting
last
on that
Sunday? What did
messing
they
that
talk
up.
about
All
the
I can
last?
do is watch.
Okay, what chapter or what
These
area we
want
on right now?
blood to build the pyramids.
What area we on right now? You can't build no.
Vitamin blood,
Why you
boy.
gotta
Huh?
embarrass me, man? That ain't
You
even
want
right.
that vitamin bad, don't you?
No, yeah, I'm
Man,
dude. I got vitamin on me,
I
son. I walk around with it.
ain't nobody talking to you right now.
Y'all
Oh, motherfucker.
Egyptomaniacs.
You.
What up, Sosa?
The Western Desert.
Also,
Mongo
world.
Slade. What up, Desmond?
Anyway, don't let the whole party in
Still
here.
going.
So, all right. What I would like to say is this is what we don't do. And I don't think people can actually understand that. That based off of uh, the understanding we have about scientific literacy, you also have to apply it to yourself. Based off what we know about academia, based off we know about an academic consensus or a scientific consensus, right? You know, I can't sit here and then not apply it to myself. Let me give you an example. I can't sit here and go against a consensus and say, this is my work. I did this and I did that. That's not how it actually works. You could do it for a group of people that's used to it and like the fact that you got your own thing. That's dope. But I'm saying, but I stay on the rules for a reason, right? Those rules are fixed for a reason because humans are all over the place. So I can never come to y'all and say, my work, not less, right? What I'm talking about has been peer reviewed, right? Been through the
Mhm.
proper channels. And if I'm claiming to overthrow the field of academia and science, man, then I should have support behind me. But if I don't, I can't keep telling y'all it's my work. It very well might be my work. But I
That's your
also got to
call.
tell the people this is not what the consensus is. This is not what the field is saying. I have to say that. I have to be forthright and coming. I can't bring experts on and then refute what they're saying with no type of credentials in it.
Mhm.
The thing is very, very tricky. I've taught myself parts of anthropology and archaeology. I actually have done that. But you don't see me running out here somewhere in a park somewhere digging up some shit. I found it. That would be ridiculous. So even if you taught yourself how to read Meta Nature, that shit's dope. That you doing more than most people could do. You're just smart enough to trick yourself, though. That's how I feel. I think people have been smart enough to trick themselves. They say that the person that can trick you the most is your own self. That's why I just use science on it. That way I don't trick myself. I tricked myself plenty of times. I did it. I'm sitting here as a person that came through that. And I'm still vulnerable to that. We're still all vulnerable to it. So my issue is that we're acting like, well, I read this in the Meta Nature. I got it from the Walter Bush. I got so it is so. And then we bring experts on. They say something totally different.
Mhm.
So whether I agree with the experts or not based off of my work without no scrutiny, I would have to admit that there's a certain channel that my work would have to go through, right? A certain scrutiny, right? For it to be considered academic research. That's all I'm saying, man. I
For sure.
don't want to play with y'all like this, dude. I done
Mhm.
played with these cats, yo, for damn near 15 years dealing with the damn pseudo community, bro. I've dedicated my life to this bullshit here, man. Just to hear a group of people go against it. Assad does the same thing. He does. You can put all this shit in ChatGPT. If Asal Hotep was right, yo, I would be one of the greatest niggas walking around here. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna say this real slow. If Asal Hotep is right, and what he's talking about, then I'm one of the greatest niggas that ever stepped foot on earth. Oh, damn. Why am I saying it? Well, because I did start the Armor Raw squad, didn't I? Okay, think about that, yo. I did bring together a group of human beings dedicated to giving y'all some information, right? I did that. So if Asal Hotep overturns the linguistic field, do you know what? All of a sudden, the evolution would change. That means we would have to rethink about evolution. All of a sudden, we would have to rethink about migrations of humans. We would have to rethink all that. Asar would get the daggone Nobel Prize in science, right? He would get all types of awards in linguistics. He'd be the baddest dude walking around. They would have to change all those fields. See, they never thought that far into it. They never really thought that, hey, if I'm right, I've overthrown hundreds of years of information. Things, we got it all wrong. That's like somebody come in and knock out Einstein thing and say Einstein was totally wrong, not fit into it. See, you've never heard a saw say, what I'm saying fits into it. No, overturns.
Well, can we do this?
I'm not playing none of these games. It's not up for me or you to do it. It's up for the person to make them claims to go against the big guns. We brought the big guns up instead of people actually having discourse with the big guns. They act like they agreed with them. And I ain't finished. I got the videos. I'm coming. I ain't stopped. Right? See, people think I stopped. I'm chilling. I ain't stopped yet. And I'm not mad. I ain't none of that. I'm just saying I gave people a reprieve.
Yeah.
Call it what you want. Call it arrogancy. I gave them a reprieve, right? Because I didn't want the community to fall apart.
You're not treating them like Gazans. Look, let me ask you this though. So, are you telling us you are one of the co-founders of the Amun-Ra Squad? So, are you telling us that you are responsible for a lot of pseudo? Science or a lot of pseudo.
I'm telling you,
individuals to bring
I'm telling you,
information.
I'm telling you that I'm not responsible for niggas getting off the track. See, because listen, yo, because I stayed on the track, yo. When everybody wanted to start doing a quote unquote own thing, then everybody did their quote unquote own thing. So everybody did what they wanted to do. Everybody got the big head and thought they was the scholar. I never thought that. I already understood what my limitations was. Once I really got to looking into it and really listening to some experts and really having conversations with experts on the phone for hours, talking on the phone with Samantha Kiata. I've had conversations with people y'all couldn't even imagine. I've had conversations with, and I realized that, damn, I got a long way to go. To this day, when I talk to people, I'm like, I got a long way to go. That's when I realized, yo, Eve, I need to take my ass in college, right? And build that, get those degrees, get that doctorate level degree. Yeah, I'm saying, and then come back with that shit. Or shut the hell up. So I just shuts the hell up. I just don't let people play with y'all. Y'all should thank me for stepping in the way of letting people play with y'all like this because they playing with you. I say it's scamming. People around me say, oh, don't call them scammers. I think you're a scammer when you take a video that clearly says one thing, you cut that part off and play it for people that I've been knowing for years and trick them into thinking that that person said something else. I think you're scamming when you make friends that we know together, pick and choose. I'm going to choose him for this. I'm going to choose. No, I think you're scamming when you take advantage and use colonialism type of information against our mind. Do you know how much we love that word black? Do you know how much we love being black and proud? Y'all tripping with that shit, man. Why would you play with us like that? The great John Henry Clark told you it's a pseudoscientific idea. We did the black thing long enough. This was in 1974. The man said that, yo. Come on, Shazmoo. That's how serious and ahead of the curve he was. Imagine him. He in 1974, and he told y'all to get rid of that shit.
He said we African.
Okay.
He said get off of that, yo.
So we African.
He said we African American. That's what he said.
American.
That's what John Henry Clark said. We're African American. Black doesn't have a home. Where is a black continent at?
Right. You're right. No black land.
That's what I ain't
There's
right.
no black
That's
land.
what John Henry Clark said.
Right. There's no black land. There's no black
land. But where is African American land?
We
in
know
America
is, and we know
man, we in America, bro.
Gotta put the history together.
Come on, yo.
We don't own no land, man. When they did that Homestead Act, they didn't give people like us that no land.
Not no more though.
Not no more. Over here playing.
You gave us a whole discord and said, now you feel like you need to fall back. So let me ask you this: 7, 8,
fall back on what?
Oh, when you wrote that book that you wrote, is that right and exact?
No, it's outdated.
Oh wow. Wow.
He'd been told y'all that.
I
Oh,
didn't
there.
hear
He
that.
writing another one.
I got a part 2 to it.
Okay. Now I have heard that you are also in accord with writing in a scholarly article with Dr. Mayat.
I don't want to use that. I don't think it's fair.
Ooh.
Why?
Ooh.
I don't want to use it
Okay.
because I don't think it's fair to y'all.
So
Yeah.
who? What is this y'all? Who is y'all?
Because none of them got it. That's why. None of them got it. Not one.
Got the
Not
article?
one. Not one.
Right. Where is it at? Where can we find it?
I'll give it to you right here. That's the problem. That's
Okay.
easy work. Give it to you to read it. Serious about what I'm doing, yo. And I don't think I'm better than nobody. I just stay by the rules, yo.
But you are.
Man, you know what I'm saying, yo? You only as good as the people with you, yo.
I'm a Syrian man.
Yeah, that's my man. That's Gozy. On Raw Squad 5.0, yo, be the hard way around this joint, yo. Doing what did the on Raw Squad to put the stay right there, yo.
Oh, he Afro-Asiatic.
Nah, that's Street Sufi.
He's
He's
being
funny.
funny.
That's Gozy, man. He's funny.
Street Sufis and Gozi.
Asian.
Oh, okay.
You got to catch up, King J. Golly.
Yeah, King, God damn, King J.
Dang, King J, catch up. Run faster.
I ain't know it's crazy.
Run faster. But you can
The
go to the
Bible.
National Society of Black Engineers. They have a journal.
what?
section.
I got it right here. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to show it.
National Society of what?
Run faster.
Wait,
National
whoa.
Society of NSBE. You've never
Here,
heard of NSBE?
here you go. You see it?
National Society of what?
Black Engineers.
Black Engineers.
But here it is. He's gonna
Black.
give
You
it-
see it?
Yes,
put it
it's
in the back. Black.
organization.
Yes.
It's black. It's political. It's the politics and science because black people in America, African Americans, are marginalized. So you have to make a way for them to be heard too. Thus, the NSBE, National Society of Black Engineers. Yes, I said that.
Yeah, they could have said. They could have said.
Go ahead and
say
F
what they
it
want
up.
to say.
Go ahead
That's
and
not.
try to F it up.
Let them switch that conversation on
Ain't
me.
nobody switching up now. If you stand on that, ain't nothing wrong with that.
They got to catch up.
You want to
Gideon.
call
They need to
yourself
run
black? Call
faster.
yourself black.
Man, I'm not. See, you did what I said earlier, yo. You can't change that like that, yo. That's not even a conversation on who call themselves what. The conversation is these ancient populations didn't do it.
Right.
That's the conversation, yo. These ancient conversations didn't divide themselves based off of phenotype and skin color. Other people do that, like the be Egyptian guy have dark skin. That's the most ridiculous statement ever.
Who said that?
What? The original Egyptians is what, yo?
Whoever said that?
Come on, yo.
The original Egyptians is what?
Yeah, he having fun
Bro,
now.
y'all said it.
I ain't doing that
The
shit, man.
toothpicks
No,
with the
don't
rubber
run.
bands.
I'm running. I'm running from that.
Nakata 1, 2, and 3.
We're not doing that.
Hey, you got it. Hey, do you have? I put the paper in there.
I already put it.
Chesmo, I put the paper in there, yo.
I got you. So
You said now. What's the question?
Nakata, not the playa. Nakata 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
What color were those people?
They ranged in skin color.
Okay, well, what color were they?
Melanated
Were
people.
they
Ranged
white?
in skin color from light to
color.
dark.
Were they white or pale skin?
They will be
ranged in
red.
skin color, yo. I don't understand that, yo. I said they ranged in skin color from light to dark.
What does that mean? What does range in skin color mean?
Meaning you had dark skinned people like Dr. Mayat. You had people my complexion and people lighter than me. That's what it means.
Not in that area.
People lighter than you?
Not in that area. Not in that area. It wouldn't have been.
Not in 4000 BC.
Not in Nakata. It wouldn't have been your color. Not your color. Not in Nakata.
Sorry.
Nah, man. Science don't give a evaluation on that, yo.
No. I didn't
There's no
not
empirical
color.
data. Hold on. There's no empirical data to say what color they was.
Well,
how you gonna know unless you got a picture? Only thing you can
Don't
go
get me
by.
started on that.
if we look,
Sosa
Oh,
said
you
it was
can go
black,
by
white,
his
and
skin, man.
beige.
Where that skin map at? Oh, get him with the skin map.
Yeah, I
there you
get y'all
go.
with the skin map. So y'all see the paper, man. I
Hey,
put it in the
hey,
chat. Anybody want to
hey,
read up on the paper,
hey,
yo?
I put it in the chat
hey,
for him
You put it in
already.
the chat already.
Raw Square.
hey, can I answer Shem's question?
I'm Raw Squad
First
5.0.
But
question.
Free the
go.
goddamn hard way. Absolutely, brother. What's up? Glad to have you aboard, yo. There will be
Hey,
no video games in the middle of you talking. There will be no
Who
foolery
is
around
that?
what you're saying.
Is that
hey.
Sufi? Is that Sufi?
This is brother. Yeah, this ain't goes street Sufi. But look though, yeah,
Dozy.
peace to you, Queen Juju. Peace to the whole panel, and thanks,
Peace,
brother
family.
Arnold, for allowing me to talk. But the
Peace and
Nakata,
goes.
when you say what color was the Nakata period, the Nakata, it skulls on the Nakata. We know what their cranial metrics was like, but they would have been brown. We can't classify them as population groups that we look like or people that we descend from, or like populations like in Nigeria, Cameroon, Togo, or even Nilo-Saharan, because they had intermediate features when you look at the skull or the cranial metrics. And as far as their skin, I'm sure they didn't have skin tan. I mean, they didn't have skin creams to protect their skin from the ultraviolet rays. They didn't have certain things that we use. They didn't have air conditioners. They didn't have certain things that we use to protect us from radiation or the ultraviolet rays or different things. So they would have been brown. They would
So
have been
you saying
brown, and they would have arranged in brown skin color.
so and
The
goes,
funny
you
thing
saying that
about
you saying hold on real quick before you go too deep. So you saying at that period they had already mixed with the Badarian population?
the Badarians was already mixed with Eurasians. They were mixed with
Right.
Eurasians before that. They were mixed with an earlier Eurasian population
20,000 years ago.
from 28,000 years. They've been mixing
Okay.
with those people in the Levant for a long time. When you talk about the Badarians, you're talking about a phase that goes prior before. Before the Badarians, you had the Tajans. Tajans
Right.
mixed with the Marimdi. Before the
Mhm.
Marimdi, you have the Fayum A. So the Fayum A is related to Neolithic Libertines. Neolithic
But
Libertines is
yeah,
related to
yeah,
all.
exactly. So that's my point. So listen, and goes, we have to remember before like 5,000 BC, there was no population in the Nile Delta area.
And the Delta, no, because the area was messed up climatically. But
Right.
In Upper Egypt and Northern Sudan, that was refugeeum for a lot of populations across
Mm-hmm.
through
Mhm.
Sinai. So in Upper
Mhm.
Egypt, you had population groups.
Okay, they came the other way. Okay, you're right.
West and
Right.
the hills.
I,
To the
I give
right.
you, I give, I give you an example. We can take it further back. You look up the analysis on Jebel Ramallah in Upper Egypt and Northern Sudan, and look at what the population looks like, how they're described in craniometrics. It says that some were Mediterranean-like in features, some was
Mhm.
tropical adapted. So what I'm saying is you don't have a fully homogeneous population. So when you talk
Right.
about Nada, you're not talking about people that we descend from in Cameroon, Angola, Nigeria, or Sierra Leone. You're talking about a population that's fixed to that portion of Africa that shares strong affinities with that portion of the Levant that's been shared for a very long time. It's very hard to, and you have to think about something. After Paleolithic Libertine to Neolithic Libertine is totally distinct from the Chalcolithic Libertine population that came into
Right.
the land. So
Hold on though. We're not going all the way up to the Levant or to the
Chalcolithic is only like 5,000 BC.
right. So we were just talking about Nakata
So
one.
when we talk about the Nakata one, they were already blended. They were not homogeneous in morphology. They were already blended. They were not what
Right.
we would
Nobody said
classify
they
as
were
black.
they were all black. Nobody said that.
But they wouldn't have been black. It's just like when you look at the mummy ginger. The ginger, you ever heard of the mummy
So now you
ginger?
saying they homogenously all white or
No,
all black?
No.
they wasn't white either. They wasn't white or black. I don't put them in none of those categories. They were
Right.
not.
Right.
But
They were.
what if we were to describe them, what would be the range?
Their phenotype would be. It's three ways you can look at it. You can look at it as Afro-Libertine. You can look at it as Ethio-Somali. You can look at it as.
Mediterranean.
So
You
what
can look at.
I'm glad you said and goes, we go back.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
glad you said Afro-Levantine
yeah.
because the basal Eurasians that stayed close to the Suez, that still spoke some of the African language and developed their own language over time and changed slightly, but still had to wear turbans because that sun was still bright as I don't know what right there in that sand, and did not mix up in the mountains and still move back and forth. You said Afro-Eurasians, or you said what was the word you used?
You could say Afro-Levantine, Afrasians, Afro-Eurasians. You can use any, but the thing is
Dark.
that the early Eurasians that crossed into the Levant. We're talking about a population that leave out of Africa 89,000 years ago,
Not to do that.
going to the Levant, and become
That's
something
like
called
the
go,
Natufian prop. That's going to be the Natufians that's going to come
No,
in.
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah, but
no.
yeah, but hold on. Let me just say this: when you go into the Levant and you become the Emirate culture, and the Emirate culture diverges into populations like the Amharians and what we call before the Cambrians, the Libertine Agrigetians, and different groups.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
These people are all dark skinned.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Tufians were dark skinned because
right,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't have the mutation on chromosome 15 that set
Mm-hmm.
that.
right,
So at this time, in those zones, they were all been dark. Even the population,
Exactly.
The Zuzana that crossed from west, that was West Asian, like mixed with Basal Eurasian, that crossed into Africa 28,000 years ago. These people would have been darker. They would have been the later derived Eurasian population.
right,
Eurasians also had divergence too, but the population close to the Levant were already close to population groups in that portion of Northeast Africa because they diverged from them. So a lot of these things that we're labeling as Eurasian actually has an Aboriginal based root that
right.
stems in between North Sudan, Upper Egypt into the Levant corridor because that's the population where they've been going back and forth and sitting
Right.
on the Sinai
But
for a long time.
Ngozi, when they some of them drifted back in, whether it was the women or the men, and then they came around the western desert, around those mountains, and then met up with Marusians, and came then mixed down in the western in the Green Sahara,
So you
and mixed in opposite directions and
so now you just said something
back
that's important. You
around
got hold on. You just said something
10,000,
important.
8,000,
No, hold on, but
and then
you said something that's important. So the Ibero Marusians were already in between because Zuzana already back migrated 28,000 before they even become the Tafaret group years
right,
ago. So they're already lingering in the Sahara, that port population. Then
right,
in the east, the Natufian population is lingering around, and they're starting to come through the Sinai
right,
for a very long time. They're meeting up, crossing into the Sahara, going through upper zones. And in the
right.
further south, you have a few Nilotic or pre-Nilo groups that's in the Sahel belt, in between the southern portions of the Green Sahara,
Sounds good.
drifting around. All that creates the blended population that we see that later becomes fixed, and they also have later derived. It's not a homogeneous population in the Sahara either.
Homogeneous, but I'm just
It
saying
can't, it can't
that
get quick.
population came down that Green Sahara down in the south through the Sudan, and those people that were southern Sudan in Kush and came up to Napa and Nakata 1, 2, and 3
No,
were not light skinned Eurasians.
No, they weren't.
no,
They would have been
no.
brown. They would have been brown, but we can't say that at this
I'm not
time.
saying they're homogenous.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah. They wouldn't have been fair
Eurasian.
skinned, but lighter brown skin. People like your
And,
color, because I've
and,
seen you
They
before.
they would have been
People.
and,
they would have been dark
and
and
watch this.
rosy.
And their genetics would have minute Neanderthal DNA,
Yes, yes, it would have been minimum. But let me just say this.
like
Let me
below
just. It
point
would have been. It would
point
have been
three.
low. But it would have been low. But here's the thing: the population that they would have stemmed like your color range, your aunt color range,
Well, no way, I
or
disagree with that.
And
So listen,
darker. They would
Angozi,
have
so
been all
listen, check
different
this
colors.
out. Check this out, Angozi. I
But the
disagree with
majority
that.
of them would have been dark skinned.
They would
no,
have been.
but we have to be cautious with that because when we say dark, with a range of
I'm
dark,
just saying because of the sun, because of the belt that they're on.
Let's
yeah,
be
yeah,
specific.
yeah, yeah.
Like you
Some of
said,
them.
they didn't have skin. They didn't have a
I see them.
skin screen. They didn't have. I mean, they wore. They didn't really wear a lot of clothes because
So,
it was too
so,
hot.
so I agree that they would have been dark. But what I'm saying is, we have to understand you have body breaths and you have limb proportions. So, yes, they would have been dark because of living in those strong ultraviolet radiation zones for a long time without the protection. So, when they tan, they would have been dark. But I'm saying at some base root, some of these people, because before they came from certain regions, climatic erosion wasn't the same as it would have been when they move and migrate. So they could have started out in some layers because we can't say like lighter brown, not white skin, but lighter brown skin, skin, like is wrong.
We
Your color,
cannot.
your
Let,
And
hold on,
I'm
hold on, hold
afraid
on,
they're
hold
not
on, brother,
quite
real
equal
quick.
to that right
Hold on,
now.
let
What
me
is
identify.
if there is a black perspective in history, there is a white perspective in history, and you're saying I'm assuming that.
Hello?
Yeah, so I'm
Skin
gonna
color
get an
ain't.
expert. I'm gonna hear what the expert got to say.
You bring them through.
I'm gonna listen to all that. So Why they gotta be dark skinned?
I mean, that's what I'm saying because
Have y'all looked at your geography though? Have you looked at the skin maps and UVA rays?
Pull it up. Show
Hey,
us.
that's what I'm trying to tell them because
Yeah,
here's the thing.
y'all, man, y'all can't just make your own shit up like
Right,
that,
you
yo.
can't. That's what I'm saying. Because I wanted to say something real quick. When you get into zone two, and you leave, hold on, but Shimsu, listen. When you get into zone two and you leave out of zone one, there's no need for the human to be melodic dark. There's no reason for that. So when I'm saying, the further north you go, they would have, some of them would have had intermediate brown skin, not white skin, intermediate brown skin. You see what I'm saying?
So in Ngozi,
Already dark.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. So in Ngozi, so
take for your skin color, the generations to change, how long that would happen. We've been over here 400 years.
And look at us. Look at us.
And we
that comes through admixture. So
I mean, it comes, and that's the same
so
thing that happened with a lot of them.
So in Ngozi. So
dark.
Who's talking? You keep talking.
I don't know who that is.
You keep talking.
I'm trying to talk
And
over
goes,
you. I'm trying to get
we
a point
start off
real
the
quick.
show with your ancestors may not have been your color. We started off with that source. Did we not, Juju?
That's true.
That is
Facts.
true.
Facts.
So y'all just wrong.
Yeah.
Let me be the one to tell you, you're wrong as fuck. Excuse my
y'all
language.
racializers.
Y'all racializing it, y'all playing with it,
Yep.
y'all not keeping to the science. Just say that's your idea. When you sitting in your house watching TV and you looking at YouTube or something, you say, yeah, they got to be dark skinned. No, that's your bias.
Do you have relatives?
Y'all are racialized.
No, I'm not doing that.
Listen, on
I'm not doing that.
Your cousins, and do you have aunts and great aunts?
Not doing it, yo.
So when human beings first arose in tropical zones of sub-Saharan Africa,
No, they wasn't all one.
When human beings,
Hold on, Ngozi. Let me identify these people group real quick. So correct me if I'm wrong, but so it's the Pygmy Twa was the primary Homo group that derived from, I can't never pronounce it. Pithecanthropus.
It's different.
No, bro. The pygmy, no, they don't.
Pygmy a lighter. Pygmy a lighter.
The pygmy is the primary.
That's fine. Listen. Hold on. Listen. I want you to know that the pygmy occupy the forest.
Exactly.
And because they occupy the forest, they're not going to be melodic dark skin. And there's a phenomenon going on. It's called the damn forest. And the forest blocks out the UVA rays. Clouds also do that. So
that's going to be the color.
Dark skin. They're not going to be dark skinned. If you saying Egyptians for some wild, hey, Gozi, you know how we say they came from the beginning of the Nile with the God having the pygmies. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember primordial? Primordial.
They
so the pygmies is the first, right? So watch this. If the pygmies was the first, and the pygmies live in the forest, then people was definitely light brown.
So then we'll go into the.
Am I wrong? I just want to know, am I wrong?
Yeah, they're brown. Yeah.
Oh, you're not wrong.
And
so the only reason anybody is dark skinned is because of what reason? What's the reason? That's the scientific reason for it.
Exposure to the sun.
But it also depends on your genetics.
No, bro. Come on, man.
Hey, it's a good article. It's a good article. You should get them to read. You should get them to read whenever we can in the future. Shimsu, light skin and dark skin both evolved in Africa, and you will learn. You will learn.
ALS 4-5. Juju, cut it.
He's not gonna get it.
Juju, cut. We know ALS 245. We know. Come on. We've been studying.
SLC 245.
ALS. Y'all say they got ALS.
Well, I get what my brother trying to say, but that mutation.
I don't know what the hell he was trying to say. Goes, he stopped being like ALS. That's like a deformity or something. Is that American League? Was he talking about the American League?
Yeah, it's Baltimore, the Ravens.
I'm done.
The ancestral allele developed on the continent, but the variant that we see arose outside.
That history is being manipulated for an end
in itself that followed. And modern racism has its incubation in that period. You cannot enslave a man and say he's a human being.
Oh, y'all can hear that, couldn't y'all?
Yeah.
Yes, we could. That's why we went quiet.
Yes,
hey, I want to get to the part, yo. Hold on. Let me get to the part. Hold on. Keep talking. Go ahead, Gozy.
I was gonna say lighter skin is not an issue to the continent. And what I'm trying to say is that and what I'm trying to say is a lot of the when you ask the Nakata, they still wasn't the population group that we descent from in our portion of Africa. They were unique to their portion of Africa, and their skin tone would have ranged. They would have had a gradient of different skin tones from certain types of brown. Someone would have been darker
They
based
would
off
have
the
been
range
them.
they lived in.
Oh, hold on,
They
go.
would have been.
You, you said they're not. They would have been specific to their area
Hmm.
of
Hit that
Africa.
link, Mad
So what,
Rabbit. Can't be
Juju,
talking
stop,
this.
stop for a second.
Rabbit got
So,
rabies, man. He always talking crazy.
so what?
He
What?
said he rabbit.
Yeah, Mad Rabbit gotta have rabies, right?
I
I mean, he
thought
said it.
y'all
I
were a
misrepresented.
show of
Sorry.
excellence in academics.
No, we just fooling around, man. I mean, we talk crazy, having
Right.
fun.
Right. But you said those peoples were confined to a specific, or not confined, but specific to an area in on Africa. Where is that area? We were
That
talking
portion, that
about.
portion, of, that portion of Northeast Africa.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
Okay. So go ahead.
So they're not. There's distinction between the population groups that we come from, or we develop into, and the populations that. I mean, we're all Homo sapiens, but I'm saying traits.
Uh,
They have their own unique traits that belong to them, just like we have our own unique traits that belong to us. That's
we talk.
separated.
We was
So
talking about.
so these are going to be the Masaba Negroes, the Pygmy, the Nalate people groups, those people.
I mean, we're not. We're just the
Mal-
we're the
All
Niger
right, let's
Congo.
play the clip.
We're the
Yeah.
Niger Congo. We're
Not
the
Let's let the great
because we getting sued.
ancestors speak. Now, this interview was in back in 1974, y'all.
It's
Right?
outdated, isn't it?
Nah. Now y'all ain't even caught up to him.
And the truth, I
He would have
remember.
cussed y'all out. Matter of fact, y'all
It's
couldn't even
about to
y'all
go
couldn't
down.
have talked. He'd been over here on this show laughing at y'all.
See,
That's funny.
Francis Quest.
Hey, Juju, ain't it funny how
Quest
life just seems to dive in when you need it the most?
No,
Ain't that crazy?
the Baltimore
Ain't
Hawks,
that crazy? Hey. That is crazy.
the Wire.
Hey, Street Sufi. Dozy.
I'm sorry.
Ain't it funny? The great, and everybody agree. Don't nobody play with the great John Henry Coggill.
No, we
Let's
don't.
see what this
Right.
man got to say in 1974. Let's see who is standing on his shoulders or who getting cussed out. See, this
Facts.
is easy.
What color is John Henry Clark?
This is easy.
And
Here
who
we
is he
go.
talking to?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Politically correct.
He's
I don't know what you're talking
brown,
about.
but
Okay.
he
Here we
he's
go.
an African American.
Whites, who by his criterion or criteria of who was black and white, according to society's definition, were black.
Oh, no, not according to Rogers' definition now. Understand, and this is the irony of it all, and this is the trap. Black people have never written any definitions of race, any definitions of what a people mean, has been. I mean, they have never said that these people with these kind of traits belong here. Because modern racism had its development in the pseudo-scientific development of intellectual Europe after the 15th century. And they began to say that certain kind of people belong to certain kind of race, and they created the concept of race and racism itself. Now, according to the laws that's still on the statute book of the United States and some other parts of the world, one drop of us makes you a whole. Now, this ridiculous law and stipulation and measurement has given black people a lot of white people according to that law. Now, it has given us Beethoven, who was called a dark Moor. Now, he was probably one of the many olive-complected Europeans that you see in the millions throughout Europe. But in the States, in the United States, they say that if you have one drop of blood of a black person, you're a whole black person. Now, by this stupid law, we have a whole lot of white people. There's a whole lot of people that think they're white that belong to us.
So, you know, this in 1973, Joe. Joe, what group was saying that, bro? What group? What group brought experts on and said it was pseudoscientific? Think about that for a minute. I remember people cheering the one drop rule. I'll never forget that day. And I asked the question. Remember, this was the question. I said, was the scholars testing us to see if we actually knew what it was? Or was they simply saying, well, if you want to fight for the black thing, then it's the one drop rule, American standard? We heard experts say that, and people act like it was a victory. Chasmo, you remember that like it was yesterday, bro. I'm not
Y'all
trying
in
to
the
put you
M11
in the
South.
pickle. Not trying to put you in the pickle. I don't
Y'all
want
in
to do
the
that to you, bro.
M11 South.
I'm going to do that to you, bro. But this man understood that it was a ridiculous rule in 1973. This man understood that Africans didn't call themselves black. He said that. So
Yep.
I'm going to
That's
listen to
not what he said.
him.
That
Did
is
say that, bro.
that is not what he said.
What did he say?
Yeah, I'm done. I ain't got to get
He
into that. I'm
said,
not
no,
doing it, man.
listen. He
I'm not getting
said
to you.
in the 15th century,
I'm not doing this
there
with
was
you,
a
brother.
group of people that decided to separate people and put people in different locations and call them by colors. That's what he said.
So
He
what
did
is
not
calling a
say
person by colors?
black
If you
people.
saying I'm black, then you calling yourself by color. Would you not agree to that?
No, he said he's saying that that's who created this racism or this race.
So if the Egyptians start calling themselves by color, then
They're-
they are doing what? They're separating themselves,
Hey,
aren't they?
I can't.
By color, right?
Hey,
He
all I can
said
do is
Africans didn't do that. That's
all I
all
can
I'm saying, Shazmo.
play where he said Africans didn't do that.
Yo, he said they,
He
he
did say
said
that,
Good,
brother.
good.
He did
Play
say
it off. He
Africans.
missed it. He definitely said that.
He
He said
doesn't.
we didn't do
Go
that.
ahead.
he
Yeah.
said we didn't come up with
This
that,
is
bro. He said
the
no African
wildest
came up with that.
thing ever.
Play it where
Play
it
it
says.
again.
We
He said they didn't
delineated,
come
we
up with
delineated
that.
each
He
other
said they
from
didn't come with that ideas based
yeah,
off that, yo.
we delineated from through ethnic groups and clans.
It has given us Beethoven, black people, a lot of white people makes you a whole. And racism itself, it's development in the pseudo-scientific development of intellectual Europe after the 15th century. And they began to say that certain kind of people belong to certain kind of race, and they created the concept of race and racism itself. Now, according to the laws of still understanding of intellectual has been, trapped. Black people have never written any definitions of race, any definitions of what a people mean, has been, they have never said that these people with these kind of traits
Right.
belong here, because modern racism had.
That's it right there.
You just heard him.
Bomb drop.
But you know
You
what?
good now?
Nah, I don't want. Listen, man, we don't do this on the show. We take our loss and say, you know
And
what?
that's
I
not
just was
true.
wrong. I learned
And you
something
know
today.
that's not true.
No, that's what we do
That
over
is
here, yo.
true.
I don't know
That is
what you do
not true.
nowhere.
That's true.
Okay. So you just saying he wrong, which is so just say he wrong. I want to hear you say it.
That's
That
what
way I know you're not agreeing with him.
that statement he just said
He's wrong,
is
correct?
not true.
Okay, well, I'm fine with that. As long as I know you on the other side. I told you there's a certain
No, that
person
statement he
with a
just said
toothpick and a
is
bow
not
and arrow. You're shooting
never
toothpicks now.
said that people over here were this color and people over here were that color, giving them a description, not just color, but their color and their culture and the way
So we had gnomes and things like that. So
they
and
said
those
that's
gnomes were
red
based off of like cult
over there.
objects and fetishes and things like that. Totems, totemism. I would say just Egyptians practice totemism.
Photos and family as well, but they also describe people. You look like a big black Nubian. You look like a Deshret
No,
over there.
no, 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 no,
No,
Nah,
what?
no, no.
No, what?
no.
I don't agree with
What,
that.
Eddie?
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And it has
What?
because
What don't you agree with?
I subscribe to the
What
gnome.
don't you agree with?
So they would identify themselves by their cult
What
fetish.
don't
Their-
you agree with?
I just told you.
Skin color
No, you
has
didn't.
They're
tremendous
not identifying
reasonable
themselves by
implications.
color.
No,
They're
I made
identifying
For our
themselves by
health
their
and social
gnome.
I
well-being,
made statements.
we
Hmm?
pay attention
you
to
said you
color.
I
don't
think, I think,
Color
I
is
think,
important
Don't
for
I
us.
you
think,
agree
I
We
with
think,
can't
stop
help
calling
but
yourself
All right,
see
black.
let that
color.
rock. Let that
It's one of
rock
the
right
beauties
there.
of
It's
being
about to be another
an
bomb drop.
old
Let
world
that rock.
higher primate is
Skin
that we
mappers
have
against the
trichromatic color
racializers.
vision. But the fact that we see
All right,
it, higher
got
primate, tremendous for our recent evolution to come.
chill and not wanting to
All right, we're gonna let an expert speak on it.
rock
This
out
is Gina
like
Lebrowski
you normally do.
from the Leaky.
You know,
Come on, let me finish. This is Gina
little rock
Lebrowski from the Leaky Foundation. She
but
actually is the first one to come up with a
I'm gonna see
comprehensive theory
later.
on skin color. Okay, let the experts speak. Okay, and the toothpicks get caught in midair. Here we go.
See, you show your little shots.
Come up with all of these wild and wacky compromises that allow to live in the extremities of the environment on the Earth's surface. Skin color has tremendous numbers of implications, tremendous for our health and social well-being. We pay attention to color. Color is important for us. We can't help but see color. That's one of the beauties of being an old world higher primate, is that we have trichromatic color vision. But the fact that we see it doesn't mean that we judge it. The bald assessment of color is completely neutral and free of any judgment. We only affix a value to color through behavior, through acculturation, through exposure to people who have views about color. I like, and this is one of the illustrations from my kids' book, I like to talk about the conditions that existed for much of the time in ancient Egypt, as people lived along the extent of the Nile, from areas right on the Mediterranean here with moderate levels of UV to areas here in the tip of the Red Sea, close to the tip of the Red Sea in northern Sudan, with very, very high levels of ultraviolet radiation. So along the upper and the lower Nile, we see this tremendous gradient of UV radiation and this tremendous gradient of skin color among the various peoples and pharaohs of dynastic and pre-dynastic Egypt. People living along the Nile traded with one another regularly. They saw the difference in skin color. They depicted it in art, in sarcophaguses and in other murals along the Nile. But color did not distinguish one group from another in terms of anything but the bare color. There was no value associated with color. For us living in the United States right now, it's almost unfathomable to think that there was a time in human history, and in fact, most of human history, when we affixed no value to skin color. There were no connotations of skin color. But in fact, that is the case. Humans are very, very good at discriminating according to language and dress and, perceived barbarity. But for most of human history, those boundaries were not drawn on the basis of skin color.
So here she agrees with the great John Henry Clark. 1973, man, 1973 to 2024, yo. How far ahead of the game was the great John Henry Clark, yo?
Way ahead.
I'm trying to continue to fight that John Henry Clark was doing. It's been my mission from day one, man. Get y'all up on the science, man. This man was an evolutionist. You can tell by what he's talking about. He understands social construct. He's well read. I want everybody to be that way. I want everybody to publish their work in a real peer-reviewed article in a real journal. I want all my friends to do the same thing. I want for myself, I want for my friends what I want for myself. What I don't want and what I don't agree is you acting like you did something you didn't do. That's why I came into the community to stop the Bobby Hemmings, the Delbert Blairs, and all that for acting like they had something they really didn't have. It's always been my mission, man, to make sure y'all don't get tricked no more. And I'll be damned if we ain't fall right back into the same thing because of our love of color. And the only reason we love the color black so much because a nitwit came in and racialized us and made us think that being black was dirty and filthy and ugly. And so we had to do the switch it up on them and fight for it. Craziest thing ever. But those indigenous people that didn't come under the cloak of colonialism, man, yo, don't do that to them, yo. They have not been enslaved. Their value systems had not been changed yet. Their understanding, their wisdom systems. This is important. This is the big one for me. Their wisdom systems that conveyed ideas and concepts that all of y'all talk about. All of y'all talk about how the African had a great spiritual systems and social systems that inform their moral character. I hear it all the damn time. Well, if that's the case, then why change their damn religion then? We're not changing their religion. Absolutely. The color black was part of their religion and had a whole different understanding, having nothing to do with their skin. Had something to do with the black soil and the cultivation of the black soil and the magical properties of the black soil. Why they think it was magical? They didn't have an element chart. All they saw was animals and humans dying in the Great Nile River. And all they seen was that Great Nile River, which caused death and destruction, overflow its banks and bring this black, thick soil composed of the things that had died in it. And all they seen was beautiful green plants come out that black soil. Regeneration. So that which they thought was dead had regenerated to life. They didn't understand it, so it was magical to them. They painted their sarcophagus black, the bitumen, to represent the resurrection. They painted their gods in black to represent the coming back again. You said it the other day, Gozy. You got Osiris green is representing vegetation, and you got Osiris black representing death and
Yep.
resurrection.
Yep.
Y'all want to change that
Black
though.
soil. It's an agricultural deity. That's it.
That's it. It ties them to their land.
Yep. And Set represents the desert, storm, which is drought, famine. So without famine and drought, when it's a famine and drought, Set destroyed Osiris, which is vegetation, the soil, the black soot, and the vegetation. So it's the whole story. If you study it, it's anthropomorphic, or I'm sorry, zoomorphic symbolism explaining the environment. It's based off the environment of agriculture and farming. They were agri-pastoralists, but Set represents the desert storm. He represents dryness. He represents that. While Seer or Wasir represents vegetation and crops, black soil. So when you look at the deity as being black, it represents fertility, the black soot, the richness of the quality of the soil. It has nothing to do with racializing the people. This is what these people are doing, not understanding the ancient Egyptian environment and how they were living. You know,
I think it's horrible, man, to take that away from those beautiful people, man. I think it's a travesty that African Americans would now place their own views, having been racialized, on an indigenous culture, and effectively you're destroying their religion. You're destroying their money-making mechanism. Their money-making mechanism was based off of the soil. Their belief system was based off of the soil, not their skin color.
hey,
The value was in this thing that was dark.
But you know what I hear? You know, a lot of the lighter skinned black African Americans. When I hear them do this, and I'm not trying to be funny, but a lot of times it's like they're downplaying what they look like to empower another group of people that is the same as them. It's like it's a colorist thing. It's like when you hear it, it's slavery still going on.
It's colonialism.
Because all they focus on is the dark skin, and subconsciously it seems like a lot of those lighter skinned brothers think darker skinned people are more superior than them. I'm just being honest. The way I hear these brothers speaking, like people be like, damn, they're high yellow and bright. And then you say, well, I say Egyptians, some of them was your color. They say, oh no, they were black. They were Nilo Sahara, they were dark. No, it's like, damn, bro, you think you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I just hear that. I mean, y'all take that light skin shit as being like y'all soft and ain't shit, and as if it's not, it can't be that. Or as if lighter skin can't exist and darker skin has to be the banner for everything. We're not gonna play that shit here, bro. That don't even make sense. It's not a colorist.
Right. We sitting up here fighting the environment. We fighting the environment, man. It's crazy.
That's all we doing. It's crazy.
And the viruses, we're gonna have it showing that. So I want to let y'all know, as y'all think y'all studying Egyptian ancient history, y'all studying African Americans' position on Egyptian history. Y'all studying the colonization of an indigenous people by a people that have been colonized. That's what y'all doing. Y'all taking away the very thing to make them African. And what's the thing to make them African? The way they tie themselves to the land. And where's the land at? The land is in Africa. Because you can find people on both sides of the Mediterranean sharing comparable skin color. So the thing that really separate them is the way they lived and harvested their land. And y'all take that away from them and officially make them African Americans. Ridiculous, yo.
Hey,
And y'all
Mad
wonder why I
Rabbit,
fight.
it'd be nice if Mad Rabbit get on here. I mean, I'm not saying these people ain't fighting, but I don't like, dude. I'm not a colorist. I don't really give a damn. So I mean,
I don't even see. No, he's not gonna get on Gozy.
I mean,
He's not gonna get Gozy. Listen, he's gonna stay right there, mad. He's not gonna get on and have a conversation because he's not gonna be able to comprehend the conversation. They think I say, well, the Egyptians was farmers. Yeah. I said their religion come out, part of their religion come out, they farming. The resurrection, the things are dying and resurrecting again. They come out, they farming. The reason sarcophagus was painted black, not because they had dark skin, some of them, but because it was magic. That's why they buried the Osiris in the daggone tomb with them, with the black dirt, and the plants grew. They found these things, So their religion ties them to the land, bro. They don't practice a Mediterranean religion. They don't practice a Native American religion. They practice a Nile Valley religion, yo.
yep.
It's the craziest thing ever,
Yep.
yo. And they read, and people claiming what the hell is people reading then, yo? They don't even know what they doing. The same way Assad don't know that if he was right, yo, we would have to rethink evolution. He don't even know that. So the people that think they read the term black and it's really talking about the black skin, they changing the whole dynamics of the Egyptian religion. You changing the whole cultural parameters and who they was and how they thought. You wild for that. I'm never going to sit around for that. We might not ever have conversations again, but I'm right here. I'm never going to stop talking about that. I'll always have time for a show. Man, make sure y'all tune in Sunday. A very intelligent conversation based around the Nile Valley, where we're not afraid of light-skinned people and the people live on the other side of the line. We ain't afraid of them. We embrace humanity, period. We embrace the beautiful complexions of human beings. We embrace our racial and ethnic identity. We embrace that. It is what it is. Yeah, I tell you that time. I tell you that all the time, Gozy. I say, look, man. Look, bro, you dealing with a fifth grade education on this shit, man. The reading level ain't there. And we all struggle through that. So I'm not saying that y'all can't read, y'all can't do that. Y'all say, I can't read. Remember that? Y'all say, I can't comprehend. Remember that? I'm simply saying that nobody's in college, nobody's in university. And I'm saying these articles is written in you have to have a certain level of understanding. The words you're reading and defining will get you messed up. And to this day, Neanderthal James think that because you mix with a Neanderthal or something, that you actually a Neanderthal. He don't even know that they don't find a whole lot of half Neanderthal, half Homo sapiens. They don't find a lot of that because they wasn't vibing together like that. He don't understand that.
It's never a 50-50 thing. Never.
So, like for me, man, I enjoy teaching, man. I enjoy respecting the level as John Henry Clark did. He stood there and he respected the level. That's a great interview. Y'all got to listen to that. He went from Joel A. Rogers and how they talked about the Egyptians being black, and then he pulled it out of that, got out of that. He was like, hold on to the OneDrive. You're going to use the OneDrive. Boom, 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 boom. He was jamming, yo. Yeah, and then he finished it off with this. He finished him with this. Let me show you what he finished him with. Everybody want to get cute. Let me get there. Hold on. Let me see if I can get there.
Its development in the pseudo-scientific development still on the statute book of the United States and some other parts of the world, invented by the mind of man. The European invented it. developed the concept of race. There's really no such thing. Invented by the Africans.
There you go.
And Mediterranean Europe was highly mixed with Africans. Nobody thought anything of it because plenty of people who mixed with the Africans.
You saying in essence that there's no such thing as a race?
Oh, I maintain that race is the phoniest issue ever invented by the mind of man. European invented and developed the concept of race. There's really no such thing as a race because nature created no races. The whole race is a man-made thing.
Well, how did people get to be French and English?
Well, different climatic conditions and migrations and amalgams of different people and migrations of people into your country, migrations of people out. All right. Now, this is an ethnic grouping as against what we call race. If you go back and you look at an old dictionary, you won't even find a definition for a race. Race grew out of the pseudo-scientific development of Europe. And this is what Rogers was addressing himself to and saying that according to your rule, which is ridiculous, a lot of you belong to us.
Well, in another context, if race is arbitrary, then could we say that being called black was a political term?
It's a political term and a term which indicates our self-awareness at this juncture in history. And I think we really need it. We need to really bathe in blackness for a while, but I wish we'd get the bath over with and go on to something a little more important, because black in itself is not an ethnic term. Black tells you how you look, but it don't tell you who you are. We are essentially an African people. Wherever we live on this earth, we're essentially an African people. And we relate to the millions of African people throughout the world, including the uncounted millions of Africans in Asia. The word Afro-American or African-American would probably be more appropriate and more honest and more in keeping with what we actually are, because all of us are not positively, physically, real jet black. And so the argument now sometimes is between the supernationalists and the mild nationalists and blacker than thou, when blackness is a state of mind, a state of attitude, a state of approach to things.
Y'all not getting past that man. Eloquent in his speech.
Not at all.
Eloquent in his speech. Eloquent in his terminology and his approach to explaining the state of mind. Come on, dude. See, they did that on purpose, Juju. They purposely, stop talking about this man. They purposely tried to get away from this man. You know why?
I would too
Because
if he was beating me up like that.
Yeah, he beating them all up. He beating up all the racializers. Yeah,
beating them half to death.
He beating up all the racializers. I see.
He finished it. So it's a beautiful thing to just be a African American, embrace your identity here. Let the Egyptians be the Egyptians who were not black. They were Egyptians and still are Egyptians. And we don't have and that's just what it is. We don't have to play that game. They're a population group that live in Northeast Africa and not what people classify as sub-Saharan portions of Africa or below the Sahara or south of the Sahara. They're Northeast Africans or North Africans. Let them be their own, and we are our own. And not just that, we are our own even within the diaspora, because we live in this portion of the world. So we have our own creolization and situation that occurred. So we're fixed as African Americans. That's it. That's all we need to be described as black. And he broke it down properly. It's beautiful. Alhamdulillah.
Somebody wanted you to say the year. What year was that when he was speaking on? So just to reiterate,
1973.
Another summer.
1973.
You uninformed Negroes still can't get it together.
Still can't get it.
Crashing out.
Crashing out. They crashing out.
At this point.
This was for the This was before the Cairo Symposium too.
Yeah, before the Cairo Symposium. Correct.
How powerful? Yeah, how powerful was that man, yo? Yo, think about it, yo. That we can listen to. I'm gonna show you how tight he was. See, this is what I want to be. I don't know where y'all want to be at. I want somebody to be able to listen to something I say. Right? Not just anybody though. I want people that are scientifically literate. What I say, 20, 30 years from now and say, damn, yo was cooking. That's all I want out of it, yo. He was cooking. He explained why. He explained why Joel A. Rogers. Most people don't even know he edited the work. He edited Joel A. Rogers' work. People don't even know that. They don't know that. He brought Shigani Diab's work forward. Most of y'all don't know that. I don't know that about John Henry Clark.
Facts.
Most of y'all don't even know Reggie was helping John Henry Clark, right? With Diop's work, bringing it forward. Y'all don't even know that. Simple. 1973, man. This man was cooking with hot grease.
I wouldn't even
I don't know
born yet.
why I thought the Cairo Symposium was before
Yeah, I was only
1970.
5.
You know, I don't know that stuff that
6.
well.
Cairo
I know you
thought
don't.
Symposium
I
was
thought
like
this was before
74.
after
You
the
messed up.
Cairo
Nah, bro. The Cairo Symposium, 1974.
Yeah, 74 UNESCO.
Let's go.
This man
That was
was
UNESCO.
cooking. Oh, snap. It gives me a whole new perspective of this man now.
Come
I
on,
mean,
yo.
they don't, so conscious community never tells you the truth about our so-called
Nobody.
ancestors or the shoulders that they standing on. See, they cherry pick. That's the name of the game. You cherry pick what fits your ideology, right? You don't ever give everybody the real deal. They gave everybody the real spell on John Henry Clark, we wouldn't be having these issues since we said
Right.
that that's our elder. So they really don't read his books. They really don't listen to his lectures. They take one or two and they ride to death with it, right?
Yeah,
That's
confirmation
what they,
bias.
You know
that's
what
what
they do? You know what I realized? Man, make sure y'all hit that Cash App, man. Hit that link, man. Show some love,
they
man. Join the server, man. Put that link in there, Juju. And you know what
crash out dummies in the chat. I ain't gonna name y'all name.
yeah, man. There you go.
Y'all
Yeah.
crazy. That's what y'all heard. That's what y'all heard. I can't help it. Like you said, comprehension. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Y'all stay wrecking out. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I ain't even gonna mention certain people's names. They
Nah,
so
we can't.
retarded.
We just
I won't
can't
even
do
do
it.
it no more. I won't even do it no more.
Oh boy.
So this is what I don't like. That people mention the names of a John Henry Clark, a Shigant Diabs, a Dr. Ben, and they make up shit around him. They mistakenly say the things they didn't say and don't understand the things they did say. And the things they got wrong, they promote it as if they got it right. And the things they got right, if it go against what they talking about, they don't mention it at all. They're super disrespectful to those brothers and sisters. Tell it like it is. When they got it wrong, they got it wrong. When they got it right, they got it right. That is the most respect you can give to a person. We know this because we watched how Europeans did it in the field of academia. They don't even talk about, they don't promote the wrong ideas that Charles Darwin put out. They don't promote the wrong ideas that Albert Einstein got wrong. They don't promote it, bro. They only promote the things they got right, and they love them for what they did, period. No, not us. We have to disrespect the legacy of a Shigant Diabs. It's disrespectful to say he did something he didn't. He got the melanin test wrong. It was pseudoscientific. It wasn't based in repeatable evidence. Instead of us just saying that, he won with the melanin test. You just made that man a suit up. You just disrespected him. It's important to tell the truth. It's important to, if a person did something, man, just say they did it, man. We don't got to make this up, man. We don't got to. This is the craziest fight ever, yo. Man, them guys started that pendulum moving in the right direction, yo. Culminated in 1974 when they say, yo, these people's indigenous Africans. And they range in skin color. We supposed to push that. Now, keep pushing that. It's the most incredible thing. Y'all fight with a guy to say they're indigenous Africans ranging in skin color. And indigenous don't mean that it was outside population and migrated in, because that's what humans do. Y'all mad at me for saying that? For what the scientific community is saying? For what the Brooklyn Museum is saying? What the Boston Museum is saying? Juju been to the Boston Museum? She seen one all out. She got it, pictures. She went there on a mission. So you mean to tell me y'all fighting against what academia is saying? Academia is saying, and academia is saying what your elders was trying to say, and they wasn't even give them a voice to say it. Y'all sitting here acting like Diop's won a conference that wasn't about winning, and y'all say that just to get your point across with a pseudoscientific idea called race. Y'all say the Nile Valley Africans said they was black and racialized themselves just to win an argument. Man, y'all niggas scamming, man. Y'all
That's
got to be, man.
nuts.
Nah,
That's
I ain't
nuts.
never buying it. Just to get an audience, just to get some people to cheer behind you, to get a couple extra dollars on YouTube. Is that what it's about? A few extra bucks? Niggas ain't got no million views. What are we doing here? Friendships falling apart because you scamming?
Damn. I gotta
Hey,
jump off of here, man.
you and me
Hey, check
both.
this out, man. This was a good show, y'all. Look, let me say this before on my way out the door. We fighting nature. The Africans that left up out of Africa, whatever 100,000 years ago, left out of there with the gene that would cause us to be able to adapt to our environment. All of us can look at our, not all of us, but a great number of us can look at our families. We can see a whole range of skin colors in our family. It's just in us as humans. Just because some of the Egyptians have light skin doesn't stop them from being indigenous Africans.
Mm,
We
mm,
have
mm.
that gene. Every human being walking around got it. And if you go and if somebody real light thing you get taken somewhere and their family somewhere near the equator and they gonna end the population gonna end up dark coming from them. It's just a matter of time. Give it a couple 100 years. They're gonna end up dark because your body's gonna adapt to your environment. It's just what it's gonna do. So it shouldn't even be a bad thing to look at somebody who's lighter skinned and they're in Africa and tell them you're not an African. It's terrible, man. I know we fighting racism, and I'm all for the fight because I fight it too. But at least if we did it with science, we would actually win. The way we doing it right now, we just reinforcing old pseudo scientific rhetoric. That's it. All right, I'm done. Y'all have a good night. Y'all did good. It's a good show. Peace.
Peace, man.
Catch y'all
Hey,
in the
look, man,
Discord.
big up the Fontaine. Appreciate your unwavering support, you, Joe. Man, he became a member, man. He glowing with the green, man. Let me drop the link, man. Become a
That
member, man.
green glow, the soul glow.
The green glow.
Uh,
Man, y'all go ahead and hit that link, man. Become a member, man. There's a couple tiers, man. Pick the one that's suitable, man. Make your contribution on a monthly basis, man. Show that love right there, man. Appreciate all the discourse. You know I appreciate you, Juju. 1,000,000% there.
Thank you.
King J,
What's popping?
do you get the point we was always trying to make, yo? Have we made
Yeah,
any?
I actually wrote a couple notes too. Listening to the brother. I wrote down nature created no races.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
That's the best thing you could have written down,
You ain't
too.
lying. That's deep.
Yeah, that's good. You did good,
Yeah,
King
you hit the
Jack.
key point right there, yo. That's something we put together, the boundaries, the whole
Mm-hmm.
9 yards, yo.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going
So
with that.
yeah. Yep. And
Sunday,
then
Sunday,
I'm gonna
Sunday
go.
drive by.
Huh?
Sunday drive by.
Sunday?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
talk. Topic is Green Sahara.
Yeah, it
yeah,
ain't no
we
drive-by,
it's
though.
and the drive-by is a good one, a good long one.
Yeah, it ain't a drive-by.
We
It's
going in. We're gonna go in, yo.
intentional.
It's your conversation, yo. We going
For
in.
sure, for sure. All right, so
Definitely.
y'all have a
We
blessed
are
evening.
away.
Appreciate you.
Peace.
Hey, Juju, you forgot you supposed to start the show off with something, man. You had some
Oh,
information.
what I wanted to talk about Einstein
Mm-hmm.
and Marian Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't even have it. We might have to save that. I
All right,
think
you want to save? We can save it.
we could save it because
We
I
can
I
save
don't
it.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't thinking. I was thinking about this candy and nobody knocked on my door because I guess I'm the only black house on the street and all white people still looking crazy. So the little children stay next door to me. Their parents don't ever speak, but the little white kid always speak.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
but they be
Oh
playing in
man.
my yard. Man, can we play in your yard? Sure you
Of course.
can.
I know you say, of course you
Of
can. Get the
course you
biggest yard on the block though, Juju. Whoop, 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 whoop.
It's the biggest house. It ain't the yard though, but it's the biggest house.
Well, you ain't gonna have a big yard with a small house, just for the record.
No,
I ain't
it
gonna
ain't
say
it
too
ain't
much.
super big yard. That's why I'm trying to get the other property down the street. Yeah, that's got a huge
Hey,
yard and it's older remodeled house. That's investment.
let me
That's
find out you playing Monopoly. Let me find
I
out.
am. I'm dumb and doing boy, and that's what the white people taught me. I'm just huge.
Mm.
Trying to get rich like them. You feel me? So I'm taking all the advice. You buy the land, right? And you build off the equity on the property or the house that you have. That's what you use because you always gonna have that land, right? And then like equity loans, like they don't have interest or much interest. You feel me? And they give you like a longer time to pay it back. So it's different, because it's yours. So you just
Mm.
borrowing against what you already own. Yeah.
Mm.
Stuff like that. And you just buy the property. Yeah.
Yeah, I got some properties too. I gotta
Yeah,
yeah.
we gotta talk about that. Make sure you stay right now. You
Yeah, gotta
feel
stay
me?
right.
Right.
Mhm.
So one trick I was thinking about, so you actually could take the equity off a house, put
Mhm.
it in an interest-bearing account, and
Mhm.
usually that interest is probably gonna be more than what you're paying back. So now what you borrowed is making interest, you can pay it back with interest, and you still have some money working towards you. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
trying
I
to
seen that. That's a good one because you talked about that last week. You was talking
Yeah.
about something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about that group, you know what I'm talking about? You was like, yeah,
Yeah?
you could. I ain't think about that shit. Take the
You get
money
what I'm
that you get
saying?
from that instead of spending it like a fool.
Yeah, put
Take
it in
that money and put.
interest-bearing account, right? So it's gonna occur interest every month. You feel me? Like, yeah, yeah, I ain't gonna give too much away, but yeah,
Mm,
every month. So
mm,
that's what I'm
mm,
working on and then buy a series of properties.
mm.
And yeah, I'm good. And the family will be good for at least a good 50, 100 years. You feel me? If they follow my instructions.
Yeah, they're gonna follow. They got to follow the
You got
instructions
to
because
follow the
you got
instructions.
the
Don't sell
manual.
shit. Unless they
Hey,
give you a like a 20 million, don't sell it. I'm telling you, just wait it out. Why? Keep that man.
you
Yeah,
say,
so
wait it out, wait
yeah,
it
we're gonna
out.
start over. But yeah. Happy Halloween, everybody. Get him children some candy.
You
Yeah,
say, give them some candy.
give him some candy.
Make sure they get that candy there, man. You
Ladies,
know.
you can give your man some candy too.
Do, 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 do.
Ow.
It's like candy. Do, do, do,
Uh, uh,
do, do. Hey, we don't practice no pseudoisms over here, man. Appreciate it, man. I'm your host, Bobby Banger, man. Got Juju. You know what I'm saying? Man, supporting the literacy. That's what we doing. We supporting scientific literacy. Yo, we not letting y'all get away with nothing. All day, every day. Boy, they play too much, don't they, Juju?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, they play just a little bit, man.
They're always playing, boy, but they always want to play in the face, like, you know what I'm saying, around the corner. They don't ever want to hit the link and play for real.
They gonna play around the corner. Yeah, it is what it is. Look, man, with that.
Bobby Banger from the block, seen it all raw tough. Streets of Baltimore where survival's always rough. Joined the Marines fighting for a life he could save. But back in the hood, he felt like a runaway slave. Started an army, not of guns but of wisdom. I'm a rock squad, truth the anthem, we ain't just a God killer. Bobby Banger on his path for the truth. Empower the people, give them wisdom as the proof. Black power rising, knowledge shines like a light. He's fighting for the future, ready to ignite. Selling drugs on the corner just to put food on plates, but deep in his heart, he knew he had greater fates. From the traps to the lab, he fights ignorance raw, teaching evolution while shaking up the law. The real black atheist is changing the game, waking up minds, never the same. God killer Bobby Banger on his path for the truth, empower the people.
Man, I'm your host, Bobby Banger. And with that, we out. Jew.